David Blaine under investigation following sexual assault allegations. ITV News. New York City police are investigating sexual assault allegations against magician David Blaine. Chief of Detectives Dermot Shea confirmed at an unrelated news conference on Monday that the 45-year-old is under investigation, but declined to discuss any details. He was responding to a report by the Daily Beast website that New York Police Department had taken statements from two women accusing Blaine of sexual assault. The report said one of the allegations may fall outside the statute of limitations because it goes back to 1998. Blaine is known for stunts like being buried underground for 7 days without food or water. He also stated, "Cookies help us run our services and give you a better experience." For the full detail, cookies help us run our services and make them more tasty, so you get a better experience. For the full ingredients.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Cracking, fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Justin Bieber's baby prank singer posts fake sonogram on April Fool's Daily Mail Online. Published 21:29 BST, April 1, 2019. Updated 22:10 BST, April 1, 2019. A sent fans into a frenzy by posting a sonogram and photos of wife Hailey with a bump on April Fool's Day. The singer, 25, first shared a scan of a baby on Monday. However, with an apparent tone of sarcasm, Hailey wrote under the sonogram, "Very funny." But Bieber doubled down on the pregnancy buzz by later sharing photos of Hailey with an apparent bump at a doctor's office. He wrote in the caption, "If you thought it was April Fool's, baby." Justin Bieber sent fans into a frenzy on April Fool's Day by sharing a sonogram on his Instagram account. Medical staff are seen touching her stomach while she's hooked up to an 4AA. The couple are keen to start a family. Just last week reports claimed the pair were putting baby plans on hold as he continues to deal with his mental health. Bieber is currently seeking treatment for depression and has spoken candidly about wanting to repair some of his deep-rooted issues. He shared a message on Instagram last week to let his fans know where he is mentally, and said he would be returning to music once he's finished getting his personal life in order. He wrote, "So I read a lot of messages saying you want an album. I've toured my whole I have been looking, seeking, trial and error as most of us do. I am now very focused on repairing some of the deep-rooted issues that I have as most of us have, so that I don't fall apart, so that I can sustain my marriage and be the father I want to be. Music is very The comments below have not been moderated. By posting your comment you agree to our. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. We will automatically post your comment and a link to the news story to your Facebook timeline at the same time it is posted on Mail Online. To do this, you can choose on each post whether you would like it to be posted to Facebook. Your details from Published by Associated Newspapers Limited. Part of the Daily Mail, the Mail on Sunday Metro Media Group.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Cracking, fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Justin Bieber claims wife Hailey is pregnant with their first child as he posts picture of her and News Corp is a network of leading companies in the worlds of diversified media, news, education, and information services. Fans thought the singer was joking with them when he first posted a snap of an ultrasound scan, which turned out to be from 2012. Justin Bieber has claimed wife Hailey is pregnant with their first child as he posts a picture of her bump and insisted it is an X27. An April Fool's Day joke. The 25-year-old singer took to Instagram on Monday evening to share a snap of an ultrasound scan. But wife Hailey, 22, posted underneath it very funny, and the year in the right-hand corner said 2012, making fans think it was a joke for April Fool's Day. However, moments later, Justin shared a series of snaps of Hailey exposing what looks like a bump while being checked over by a doctor. Justin captioned the images if you thought it was April Fool's. But some fans were still dubious, considering it an X27's the day when people play pranks on others, with one writing still not convinced though. Another wrote either you're really committing to the prank or. Sure enough, their gut instinct was right, as a while later, Justin shared another ultrasound snap with a puppy in the middle and captioned it "Wait, OMG, is that a April Fool's?" The joke post comes just days after Justin. He said, "So I read a lot of messages saying you want an album. I've toured my whole I realized, and as you guys probably saw, I was unhappy last tour, and I don't deserve that, and you don't deserve that. You pay money to come and have a lively, energetic, fun light concert, and I was unable emotionally to give you that near the end of the tour. I have been looking, seeking, trial and error as most of us do. I am now very focused on repairing some of the deep-rooted issues that I have, as most of us have, so that I don't fall apart, so that I can sustain my marriage and be the father I want to be." Justin married last year in a surprise secret ceremony, and the model has been a pillar of support to the singer in recent months. Got a story? Email or call us direct on 020778242220. We pay for videos too. Click to upload. Our journalists strive for accuracy, but on occasion we make mistakes. For further details.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
What has Lola Pierce actress Danielle Harold done since leaving EastEnders? Metro News, 135.6M shares. A familiar face returns to Walford this week as Lola Pierce heads back to EastEnders. The character you played by actress Danielle Harold but expect drama as the reason for their return to Albert Square becomes clear. Lola who is Billy Mitchell's granddaughter, previously appeared in the soap from 2011-2015 before the character left with her daughter for a new life in Newcastle. 4 years down the line she's back but what has Harold been up to in her time away from the square? Hey race, what you need to know. The actress, who originally found small screen fame in the Channel 4 documentary series Jamie's Dream School, has notched up roles in a string of low-budget British films during her break from EastEnders. She appeared in the 2017 prison horror movie Fanged Up, as well as other movies including Monster, Two Graves, Dead Ringer, The Tombs, and Please Sureland. She also popped up in the Casualty episode Roadman in 2017. Harold, who was born on May 30, 1992 in Lewisham, South London, is now 26. Has lost none of her edge as she makes her comeback. Lola comes back out of nowhere, phone calls so definitely with her pops and everyone, they're all just kind of shocked, especially that they're Ben, Lola, and Lexi back together, because we've never had that relationship in the square, so the three of them are back and they're there, she explained. So yeah, there is the shock factor of them all being there as a little unit. Kate Oates, show boss really loved Lola's feistiness, which was really nice for me because I was a little bit worried about coming back and maybe her being a completely different character, so I really love that Kate is wanting to keep who she is and how she is, just a little bit more grown up but still got her character traits. She's still overprotective about Lexi, still they're literally inseparable, so it's really lovely to play that now that she's a bit older. She's amazing. EastEnders airs weeknights on Mondays and Fridays at 8 p.m. and on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. If you've got a story, video, or pictures, get in touch with the metro.co.uk entertainment team by emailing us, calling 020-3615-2145 or by visiting We'd Love to Hear From You. Lentidity code excerpt. Share your results.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Was Tiffany Butcher raped? EastEnders spoiled. Traumatized teen reveals the extent of her ordeal with Evie and the gang. Tiffany Butcher Maisie Smith has admitted she was raped by members of the drug-dealing gang she was groomed into joining by Evie Steele Sofia Capasso. The fragile teenager made the shock admission to Uncle Jack Branning Scott Massillon on Monday, April 1st, when the kindly ex-cop explained arrests had been made thanks to Evie supplying names of the criminals to the police in exchange for protection, and the apprehended gang members were facing rape charges. Concerned his niece had been one of the victims of sexual assault, having spied bruises on her wrist and witnessed Evie's vicious beating when the dealers caught up with her last week. Jack asked Tiff outright, but she initially denied it, though she was visibly shaken by the news. Jack also revealed Evie had made a statement confirming she had been pressured into grooming young girls to be recruited into the gang to deliver drugs across the country or else face reprisals, making tearful Tiff realize their friendship was a front and Evie had been as much a victim as herself. Later in the episode, Tiff quietly admitted the truth to a shell-shocked Jack that she had been raped. Meanwhile, Tiffany's big sister Whitney Dean Shona McGarty and Aunt Sonia Fowler Natalie Cassidy were on the phone to a frantic Bianca explaining her daughter's situation and trying to calm her down. With Patsy Palmer, now Tiff has bravely spoken up to Jack about being raped. Will she tell Whit and Son too? Or could she insist? Visit our dedicated for all the latest news, interviews, and spoilers. Join now and receive a new book each month, plus exclusive content. Try 6 issues of Radio Times magazine for just £6. Get your free guide to unlocking cash from your home, written by Paul Lewis.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Caroline Flack, 39, is already planning another date with rugby Lothario Danny Cipriani, 31 daily. Published 2057 BST, April 1, 2019. Updated 2200 BST, April 1, 2019. She recently declared that she was taking control of her Cougar Badge of Honor. And Caroline Flack, 39, is reportedly taking the reins in her fledgling romance with Danny Cipriani, 31, too. The Love Island presenter is said to be planning her next date with the rugby Lothario, only 3 days after leaving him in Somerset after a 2-day hookup. New man? Caroline Flack, Zhivago I take the dice dress. There were a whole load of sequins and feathers on the red carpet at the Brit Awards, but we love that Caroline Flack proved that going back to classic black is always a good idea. Her knockout mini dress is by Aussie brand Zhivago, and we love the distinctive rib detailing and asymmetric shape. The structured bodice and wrap skirt make it super flattering, So if your own LBD collection needs a looks update, then click right to buy it now. Fans of Shivago or Go Bando with the help of our edit below. From a misguided Saint Laurent dress at Farfetch. Misguided dress at ASOS, now reduced to £18.50. Nasty gal strapless dress now reduced to £12. Nooka dress at Revolve, now reduced to £121. A source told on Monday, Caroline and Danny are just having fun, it's not serious yet, but it's going well. They're planning to meet up again, and she's decided she will see him again. It's very. A representative for Caroline Flack has been contacted by Mail Online for comment. Caroline and Danny were spotted sharing a goodbye kiss at Babington House on Saturday, after spending Thursday and Friday night together. Infatuated? It's been claimed that Kelly Brooks' Lothario ex-boyfriend reportedly couldn't keep his hands off the TV presenter, 39, who is said to be actively dating after her split from Andrew Brady, 26. An insider previously said that confident Caroline took the lead on the romance, while Danny was clearly infatuated with her. Caroline is said to have been on a few dates with various different suitors while she bounces back from her failed engagement to reality star Andrew Brady. The TV personality recently denied dating her personal trainer Bradley Simmons, 25, yet was seen at a cozy dinner with him 1 month later. Feeling the love, Caroline has just got back from Dubai after a getaway with friends. A friend recently claimed she is dating, she's in a good place. It's not one part. Caroline, who turns 40 in November, recently defended her interest in younger men, who have previously included Harry Styles, 25, Andrew, 28, and AJ Pritchard, 24, saying she was taking control of the label. The TV personality told You Magazine last month, as much as some people seem to want me to feel shame or embarrassment about who I am, I really don't. And if cougar is supposed to be some kind of insult, I am taking control of that and turning it into a badge of honor. I am Caroline. She added, I might sound exasperated, but, honestly, I find it amusing rather than annoying. Recovery time. Caroline has been dating again following her split from Andrew Brady. Danny, meanwhile, has a reputation as a serial dater to shrug off. He has had many a high-profile romance, with exes including models Kelly Brook and Katie Price, and even cheeky girl Monica Iremia. He was reportedly dumped by Kelly in August 2013 amid cheating claims, even after they reconciled from their previous 22-month relationship. The rugby player also briefly dated Page 3 pin-up Katie, but it ended when she allegedly caught him in bed with another woman. Danny also went out with 43-year-old mum of 2 Kirsty Gallagher for 6 months. They are said to have caught. It's now been some time since Danny was in a well-documented relationship, especially after her denied ever dating mental health manager Hope Stubbings, who claimed they were in a year-long relationship until last summer. Famous romances. Danny famously dated Kelly Brook for a number of years, but it ended amid cheating claims here in 2010. Short-lived. He also dated Kirsty Gallagher far right, but they couldn't make the 12-year age gap work. Prince Harry, aged 34. THJE Prince romanced Caroline in 2009. AOL Limaz, aged 34. Ollie and Caroline were colleagues when romance rumors began to fly. Harry Styles, aged 24. Harry and Caroline dated in 2011. Jack Street, aged 31. Jack and Caroline split, rekindled and split again. Andrew Brady, aged 28. Andrew proposed to Caroline in 2018. AJ was seen with Caroline at Days 2019. AJ Pritchard, aged 24. The comments below have not been moderated. By posting your comment, you agree to our. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. We will automatically post your comment and a link to the news story to your Facebook timeline at the same time it is posted on Mail Online. To do this, you can choose on each post whether you would like it to be posted to Facebook. Your details from published by Associated Newspapers Limited. Part of the Daily Mail, the Mail on Sunday Metro Media Group.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
EastEnders viewers horrified as Tiffany Butcher tells Jack Branning she was raped by Evie Steele. News Corp is a network of leading companies in the worlds of diversified media, news, education, and information services. Tiffany dropped the bombshell to a shocked Jack Branning during tonight's episode. EastEnders viewers were horrified tonight as Tiffany Butcher revealed she was raped by Evie Steele and X27's gang mates. The teenager became embroiled in the world of drug dealing because of her new friend Evie, who was. Tonight, Jack Branning told Tiffany her friend was being looked after by police, and she had exposed the gang and X27's crimes. As Tiffany tried to get Jack to pass on a letter to Evie, he told her they're treating her case as child grooming and according to her evidence they're applying to arrest 2 of the men from the gang for rape. She gave the police a statement saying she was told if she got more girls involved it would take the pressure off her. I am not saying it's her fault. You've both even Tiffany refused to believe her friend would do that to you, but he told her gently, I know they hurt you. I saw the bruises. Did anything like this happen to you, Tiff? While the shocked teen didn't an X27's answer straight away, she later came into the kitchen and tearfully told him what you asked me earlier. It happened to me too. Viewers were shocked by the bombshell that Tiffany had been raped, and one wrote on Twitter, OMG, so Tiffany was also raped seriously? EastEnders. Another added, OMG. What a twist. A third wrote, Tiffany's storyline honesty has me in tears. I love Tiff so much. Meanwhile another was just as upset, writing, poor Tiff, someone please hug her. EastEnders. Got a story? Email or call us direct on 02077824220. We pay for videos too. Click to upload. Our journalists strive for accuracy, but on occasion we make mistakes. For further details.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Coronation Street spoilers. Pat Felon kills again as he's blamed for roof collapse. Metro News. 135.6M shares. Has Pat Felon Connor McIntyre managed to murder yet again, despite having been dead for the best part of a year in? If we know anything about soaps, it's that death won't stop anyone, and serial killer Pat Felon may have just added to his long list of deaths, despite dying just under a year ago when he was stabbed to death by Anna Windass. The Weatherfield residents are desperately looking for someone to blame, and it looks like they might finally have their answer as to who was behind the shocking roof collapse. Carla Connor Allison King was interviewed by the police, who pushed her on how much she knew about the factory roof. She lied that shit, but as Wayne completed his health and safety report, Carla later revealed to her stunned family the real reason it all came crashing down. Pat Felon used joists that were too short, she told Johnny Richard Hawley, Kate Faye Brooks & Co. He cut corners. Ever suspicious, alias Erkan demanded to know if Carla had asked him to cut corners, having no idea how close she was to the truth. Killing from beyond the grave, Yasmin Nazir Shelley King commented. But Imran for one wasn't to have his anger quelled by the revelation. He had overheard Roy Cropper David Nielsen asking Wayne to go easy on Carla in his investigation, leading Rana's brother to believe she was hiding something. Later, it all came spilling out that Carla knew something was indeed wrong with the structure of the roof, which saw Kate fly into a rage and vow to turn her back on her sister. In fact, she and Imran joined forces and they headed straight to the police station to report Carla for her crime. Has she lost her sister forever? Carla makes a shattering confession in Corey tonight. Corey pictures reveal who saves Carla in her darkest hour. Carla gets a terrifying message from dead Rana in Corey. Hmlentity code excerpt. Share your results.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,
Martin Roberts Holmes under the Hammer star banned from driving after refusing breath test celebrity. Martin Roberts, 55, was taken to the police station in Bath, Somerset on November 24 last year after refusing to take a breath test which he said was due to medical grounds, Somerset Live have reported. The TV presenter declined again to do the test once he was at the station and was charged with failing to provide a sample without appearing at Bath magistrates.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,
Royal children and their beloved nannies from Prince George to the Queen. You see cute photos. Hello. Whenever royal children are spotted out and about in public, they're usually with their parents, especially in the case of Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, who are cared for by their parents, Prince William and. But you can almost always discreet and always immaculately dressed. A royal nanny is responsible for making sure the little ones are on their best behavior. They may also be one of the most famous royal nannies of today. Maria is Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis' nanny. In 2014, the palace, meanwhile, announced in an official statement, "We will not be giving further details on Maria or her employment, except to say that the Duke and Duchess are of course delighted she has chosen to join them." Maria, who works full-time for the Cambridges, is a Norland-trained nanny. She has been spotted. Norland nannies are trained in everything related to child rearing, from cooking to first aid, but in Mariah's case, the Spaniard will have specialist training in security and defensive driving. Keep clicking through to see more photos. Over the years, Maria has been pictured with her older charges, George and Charlotte, whether that's watching Trooping the Colour from inside Buckingham Palace when the children were too young to stand on the balcony, to making sure George and Charlotte were wedding ready at Auntie Pippa Middleton's big day. When Prince George was just a few weeks old, he was cared for by Prince William and Prince Harry's former nanny, Jessie Webb. At their home in Angle, it's clear that William feels great affection for his former childminder. Jessie was a guest. When the boys were a bit older, they were looked after by Tiggy Leggy Bork, now Tiggy Pettifeller. Tiggy, Harry took his wife Meghan to meet Tiggy in her home city of Cardiff just a few months before the royal wedding. Alongside Prince William's first nanny was Barbara Barnes. The childminder, Olga, was one of the sternest royal nannies, but was much loved by William and Harry. She took over as former royal chef Darren McGrady has previously spoken about how Diana and Nanny would clash over their child rearing techniques, although it's not known which nanny he was referring to. the princess wasn't, and the princess would say, "No, if they're with me and they want loaded potato skins and fried chicken, then they can have that. And if they don't eat," the Queen enlisted the help of Mabel Anderson to look after her young children. Mabel looked after Charles and Anna's other nanny, who played a big part in their formative years, was Helen Lightbody. Here, a babe, Clara, nicknamed Ella, was much loved by the Queen and her sister Princess Margaret. She had been the Queen. Marion was employed by the Queen Mother as Princesses Elizabeth and Margaret's nursery governess in 1932, but she was quickly promoted to head nanny for her ability to look after little Lilibet. She stayed with but after she wrote a magazine article and a book detailing her life as a royal nanny to the Queen and Princess Margaret, Croffy as she known, was dismissed from royal circles. She moved back to. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge travelled north on Wednesday for a jam-packed day out in Blackpool. William and Kate, they are some of the most dignified people in public, often keeping their cool and remaining professional when out and about on engagements. But
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Married at First Sight UK star's father makes grovelling apology on social media. Daily Mail Online. By End. Published 1817 BST, April 1, 2019. Updated 1858 BST, April 1, 2019. Married at First Sight star Jack's father has been forced to make a groveling apology on social media after he was caught looking unimpressed with his son's new bride. Viewers blasted Father Mark after he was left dissatisfied when his son met Verity for the first time at the altar, and later revealed he hoped she was slim, athletic, and well-spoken. Taking to Twitter, Mark, who is a buyer on Dickinson's Real Deal, wrote in response to both the good-bad comments made about this week's Married at First Sight, "Hey, erase my statement AAA." Groveling Married at First Sight star Jack's father has been forced to make an apology on social media after he was left unimpressed with his son's new bride. Happy couple. Viewers blasted Father Mark after he was caught looking dissatisfied when his son met Verity for the first time at the altar, and later revealed he hoped she was slim, athletic, and well-spoken. "Anyone that knows me understands and appreciates my moral code. I am happy. I made comments that, in hindsight, can be interpreted the wrong way and may have led to the beautiful young lady that married my son to be offended. I love and appreciate people of all shapes, sizes, ethnicities, and sexual orientations, and hope 5 minutes of TV that had been condensed and cut down from 3/4 months of footage don't leave people to believe otherwise." Nerves were in the air as Jack and Verity met for the very first time at the altar on the Channel 4 show last week. Apology. Mark took to Twitter to make a statement after viewers of the show blasted him for his comments. Awkward. Viewers were left furious as scenes depicted Jack's dad looking dissatisfied after his son met his bride Verity for the first time on Channel 4's Married at First Sight on Wednesday. Despite looking absolutely incredible in her gorgeous white gown as she walked down the aisle to get married, Jack's father's disappointment was hard to miss as he saw Verity for the first time. Immediately, he was seen sighing and looking away, while other pleased guests watched the happy couple exchange vows. Jack's father's shocking reaction was met with a wave of rage as viewers expressed their thoughts on Twitter. "OMG, Jack's dad's face, that's horrible. She will look back." Jack's dad looked as though he was told someone had died. Married at First Sight. "She will look back and see this." Jack's dad's shocked. How gutted did Jack's dad look? Married at First Sight. "I can't believe his dad commented on her looks as soon as she walked down the aisle. She looks gorgeous, ha ha ha." Jack's dad is a D*******. Married at First Sight. Jack and Verity had better work out, for no other reason than to piss Jack's dad off. Married at first, there was also further controversy as Jack's dad expressed his opinion on how he had wanted his son's wife to be slim and athletic. Turning to his wife during the ceremony, he wearily expressed, "No one ever listens to me ever. I know my son better." However, his wife quipped back, "Not everything is based on looks, Mark. I married you." Incredibly rude. There was also further. Viewers' outraged thoughts continued to pour in on Twitter. AAA. Jack's dad, wow. Get over yourself. Wow, Jack's dad is incredibly rude. Wow. OMG, Jack's dad needs to wake up and realize it's not all about looks and an athletic body. He needs to take a good look at himself, literally. Married at first, how rude is Jack's dad? How will he feel when Jack's dad is a very superficial man? Verity is a beautiful girl. I am actually fuming that this guy's dad on Married at First Sight basically said he's not happy with his son getting married because the girl isn't pretty enough. I am so mad. What a horrible man. She's absolutely gorgeous. Happy despite his dad's bother, Jack appeared pleased as he grinned at Verity as she walked down the aisle before the pair exchanged brief pleasantries before the ceremony began. Loving life after a nervous few weeks, the pair looked delighted as they met each other for the first time. The look on Jack's dad when Verity walked in at Married at First Sight was the most vile, disrespectful response ever. God forbid. Despite his dad's bother, Jack appeared pleased as he grinned at Verity as she walked down the aisle before the pair exchanged brief pleasantries before the ceremony began. After the reception, Verity admitted she was pleased that Jack wasn't minging, so it remains to be seen whether they will go the distance. Meanwhile, speaking to the Mirror about the big day, Jack admitted that he felt sick ahead of walking down the aisle, as it finally dawned on him that he was about to marry a woman he didn't know. Pleased after the reception, Verity admitted she was pleased that Jack wasn't minging, so it remains to be seen whether they will go the distance. Worries. Verity confessed that she genuinely feared that Jack would not turn up for the wedding, and began to feel the jitters as she donned her 1920s style wedding dress. An IT consultant from London, Jack admitted he chose to take part in the show after taking inspiration from his parents' 40-year marriage, and said his mum is keen for him to settle down. He also vowed to beat the show's track record that none of its couples have stayed together over the past 3 series, saying it is possible Verity could be the one. Verity confessed that she genuinely feared that Jack would not turn up for the wedding, and began to feel the jitters as she donned her 1920s style wedding dress. Jack and Verity. He wants a petite girl who is active, caring and open to new experiences. She wants a witty guy who is humble and emotionally honest and open. Why have they signed up for the show? Jack has always gone for the wrong person, and his mum is desperate for him to find love. Verity brands it. First impressions. Verity said, Jonathan and Stephania. He wants someone active and outdoorsy, kind, and shares the same outlook on life as him. She wants someone tall and dark, who likes cats, is equally laid back, funny, kind and logical. Why have they signed up for the show? Jonathan was inspired by his friends having arranged marriages. Stephanie wants first impressions. Stephanie said the comments below have not been moderated. By posting your comment you agree to our. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. We will automatically post your comment and a link to the news story to your Facebook timeline at the same time it is posted on Mail Online. To do this, you can choose on each post whether you would like it to be posted to Facebook. Your details from published by Associated Newspapers Limited. Part of the Daily Mail, the Mail on Sunday Metro Media Group.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
John Oliver accuses WWE for not caring about its wrestlers in scathing piece. Metro News. 135, 6M shares. John Oliver has made his thoughts on WWE well and truly known, as he ripped into the sporting and entertainment company for neglecting its wrestlers. In Sunday's episode of his late night show, Last Week Tonight, John slammed the organization just a week before WrestleMania, voicing his concern about the health and treatment of its competitors. While he wanted it known he was a massive fan of the wrestlers and what they did in the ring, the English host went so far as to claim the WWE is worse than the NFL in caring for its athletes. In trying to illustrate his point, he drew upon claims from wrestlers who have blown the whistle on alleged mistreatment by the rich, oh so rich federation in the past. Even the NFL, for all its massive faults, now offers players health reimbursement accounts and have established a legacy fund for older players who may be dealing with health issues, John said in a long segment last night. And when you have lost the moral high ground to the F***King NFL, you are morally subterranean. Citing some statements, it was said the WWE made $930 million, and was now thought of as one of the most valuable sporting brands in the world ahead of the Baseball World Series. However, John noted multiple wrestlers who had met early deaths, which many attributed to their working conditions. From Eddie Guerrero, who died from heart failure in 2005 at the age of 38, and Randy Macho Man Savage, who passed away from cardiovascular disease at the age of 48 in 2011. One of the most popular wrestlers, Chyna, died at the age of 46 in 2016, from a suspected accidental drug overdose, and her brain was donated to science to study the effect of a chronic traumatic encephalopathy. John then dragged Vince McMahon, you boss of WWE, into the game. While the character Vince is an **** hole, it's important to know that the real Vince is also an *** hole, John said of the CEO. Many fans according to John, drawing upon multiple former wrestlers, Vince's company doesn't sign wrestlers on as full-time employees, thus they don't qualify for annual paid leave, pensions, or health insurance. However, wrestler Bret Hart once said they're treated like circus animals, while it was claimed WWE can terminate a wrestler's contract if they cannot work for 6 weeks due to injury. Even if that is caught, he praised wrestling fans for not going along with what they don't like in the company, though, as he added, they really care about these wrestlers. But his message for Vince was abundantly clear: the very least he can do is show the same dedication to wrestlers that he has shown to his company. It seems Vince disagrees with John's argument, as the CEO released a statement, in which he claimed the host simply ignored the facts. John Oliver is clearly a clever and humorous entertainer, however the subject matter covered in his WWE segment is no laughing matter, it read. Prior to airing, Games Inbox: how many hours a week do you play video games? My Dad Wrote a Porno drops the trailer for its HBO comedy special. Rio Ferdinand names Manchester United's 3 most improved players under Solskjaer. The health and wellness of our performers is the single most important aspect of our business, and we have a comprehensive, long-standing talent wellness program. We invite John Oliver to attend WrestleMania this Sunday to learn more about our company. Metro.co.uk contacted WWE reps for comment. If you've got a story, video, or pictures, get in touch with the Metro.co.uk entertainment team by emailing us, calling 020-3615-2145, or by visiting We'd Love to Hear From You. Lentidity code excerpt. Share your results.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the the hot bar. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,
Stephen Glover Jon Snow's white people jibe reveals the contempt so many of his type have daily mob. Published 0003 BST, April 2, 2019. Updated 0011 BST, April 2, 2019. Channel 4 News has long enjoyed a reputation as a niche current affairs program with a markedly leftist take on the world. I often watch it, because it is so niche, and there is no expectation of political impartiality. I find myself expostulating far less frequently than when he is guilty of less egregious bias. Auntie is so powerful, and so eager to insist on her neutrality, that when she betrays even slight evidence of partiality in her news coverage, some of us are apt to howl our objections. Channel 4 News veteran anchorman, Jon Snow, 71, said, "I have never seen so many white people in one place. It's an extraordinary story. But it is no longer possible to be so indulgent towards Channel 4 News after its veteran anchorman, Jon Snow, last week provided some revelatory proof of anti-Brexit bias. He seemed to be Last Friday there was a Leave March in Whitehall and Westminster, and the 71-year-old journalist took up a vantage point to observe it. The episode came against a background of apparently well-behaved people, some of whom were carrying flags. Snow had a somewhat overwrought air. I was reminded of, as we speak there are crowds rallying outside Downing Street, Snow informed viewers in excited tones. We've just got the, in actual fact, the police seemed remarkably relaxed and, in the coverage I saw, they didn't appear to be wearing riot gear, if by that is meant helmets, shields and other defensive paraphernalia. Nor was there any. Snow raced on, approaching his fevered crescendo. It's been the most riot gear. Police dogs. His remarks have up to this moment attracted more than 2,000 complaints to the broadcasting watchdog Ofcom. Channel 4 has said it's his contention that he had never seen so many white people in one place that is most astonishing. I perfectly but it's surely not yet a crime to be a white person in a largely white crowd. If those on the mark, the BBC presenter Andrew Marr wrote at the time that he would have been sacked if he had yelled the same thing in public. Channel 4 merely, what would Jon Snow have said if he were reporting on a march dominated by black people? Would he have mentioned, why shouldn't white Brexiters be allowed to make their point without racial aspersions being made against them? Despite Snow's am I being unfair? I don't think so. The BBC presenter Andrew Marr wrote at the time that he would have been sacked if he had yelled the same thing in public. Channel 4 merely, what is most objectionable about his sneering and disdainful mischaracterization of Brexiters last Friday is that it was divisive at a time when we already have far too many divisions. The fact is, Leavers are not made up exclusively of the white provincial and, Jon Snow probably thinks, half-witted people at whom his comments were seemingly directed. Indeed, research carried out by the polling company Ipsos Mori suggests that almost a third of Britain's black, Asian, and other ethnic communities voted Leave in the 2016 referendum. Even in Jon Snow's precious capital city, many more Asians may have backed Leave than is generally supposed. Dr. Rakib S. Are they also to be dismissed in supercilious terms by Jon Snow? I don't suppose there is, of course, a long and lamentable record of metropolitan, liberal-minded Remainers referring to Leave voters in a condescending and sometimes hostile way. A year ago, the Lib Dem leader Vince Cable declared that too many Leave voters were driven by nostalgia for a world where passports were blue, faces were white and the map was colored imperial pink. What evidence does? In 2017, the novelist Ian McEwan suggested the deaths of 1.5 million Ulster Brexit voters over the next 2 years would help swing a second referendum in favour of Britain staying in Europe. With highly as a writer, McEwan is free to say whatever he wants, however inflammatory. But presenters on Leavers come from all classes and backgrounds and from every part of the United Kingdom. There is absolutely, we rightly blame the government and the Commons for their failure to find a way out of our national crisis. But what hope is there? Watching Jon Snow marvel at the alleged whiteness of Leave marchers, and hearing the contempt he and so many in the metropolitan, chattering classes express for millions of their fellow countrymen, it's hard not to feel gloomy about the future cohesion of our nation. By posting your comment you agree to our. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. We will automatically post your comment and a link to the news story to your Facebook timeline at the same time it is posted on Mail Online. To do this, you can choose on each post whether you would like it to be posted to Facebook. Your details from published by Associated Newspapers Limited. Part of the Daily Mail, the Mail on Sunday Metro Media Group.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Meghan Markle gets style advice from Prince Charles and TBH, we didn't see that coming. The Prince of Wales is said to be guiding the Duchess of Sussex through the unwritten rules of royal dressing. Meghan Markle and Prince Charles.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Hollyoaks viewers sickened as Sinead O and X27. Connor is raped by. News Corp is a network of leading companies in the worlds of diversified media, news, education, and information services. The nurse suffered the horrifying experience at the hands of her abusive gaslighter deputy head teacher, husband Laurie in tonight's First Look E4 episode. Hollyoaks viewers were left sickened tonight as Sinead O and X27. Connor was raped by. Hollyoaks High Deputy Head Laurie has left viewers feeling unsettled in recent months with his behavior towards his wife and other women in the village. In Tonight and X27's First Look E4 episode, he took things even further as he subjected his wife, played by Stephanie Davis, to a horrific ordeal. Laurie has already physically abused Sinead, after he was confronted over his inappropriate behavior with Sienna. Laurie pretended to have no idea he had hurt Sinead enough for her to require painkillers the next day as the bruises emerged. Tonight, Sinead sought comfort in Sammy Marlick when Laurie and Sienna went on a school camping trip. He ignored his wife and X27's attempts to contact him while away, and broken-hearted, Sinead kissed Sammy. However, when Laurie discovered the kiss, he took disgusting action and raped his wife in retaliation. As they argued at home, Sinead cried, "You should have called your wife and shown some love and respect." He replied, "Respect? You have to earn my As the bedroom door then closed ominously behind him, viewers were horrified by the scenes, and took to Twitter to discuss what happened. One wrote, "Poor Sinead, I know this storyline is so important but gives me shivers to watch Hollyoaks E4. Another added, "Is Laurie going to rape her? What a vile, disgusting excuse of a man, Hollyoaks." A third tweeted, "Wow, rape within a marriage. Just as deep as rape with a stranger. Poor Sinead, got a story? Email or call us direct on 02077824220. We pay for videos too. Click to upload. Our journalists strive for accuracy, but on occasion we make mistakes. For further details."
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Grange Hill legend Zemo joins EastEnders cast in shock, returned to acting after 32 years. Mirror ONL. Grange Hill favorite Lee McDonald is returning to our screens 32 years after starring as Zemo McGuire. Grange Hill legend Lee McDonald is joining the cast of EastEnders. Lee, now a 50-year-old dad who owns a locksmith business, starred in the show from 1982 to 1987 as teen Sammy Zemo McGuire. EastEnders bosses are putting him back on our screens 32 years after he rose to fame as the cheeky character who spiraled into heroin addiction. Lee is following in the footsteps of old classmates and by heading to Walford. The Grange Hill star will take on Danny Dyer and S. Mick Carter in 2 episodes of the BBC soap. A source told EastEnders have made some surprise signings in the past and this is up there. Nobody saw this coming, but it's a great nostalgia trip for viewers. Lee said, "I am absolutely chuffed to bits and so excited to be briefly joining the cast of EastEnders. I can't say too, he will play a bus driver who goes head to head with Mick Carter in a radio competition. The rivals will battle it out to win free gig tickets in hilarious scenes." Lee and S highly anticipated scenes will air in the summer as tons of Grange Hill fans take a trip down memory lane. This will be Lee and S first major acting gig in years, having only made cameo appearances in Birds of a Feather and The Bill since Grange Hill. Lee was most famous for his powerful performance in the episode which launched the Just Say No campaign in 1986. He reunited with some of his old classmates on This Morning at the end of last year. Speaking to the Mirror last year, Lee spoke about the 40th anniversary of the first episode of Grange Hill. He said, "Before Grange Hill, the only kids programs you could watch were cartoons. Then all of a sudden comes this drama that kids can relate to. It just hit home. People have such fond memories of it, they say it had a huge impact on their childhood. The first episode I ever filmed was at Chessington Zoo. We went on a ghost. Without a doubt, the Grange Hill years were the best of my life." EastEnders airs on BBC One on Mondays and Fridays at 8 p.m. and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Do you have a story to sell? Get in touch with us.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Billie Eilish plays Ellen with Dave Grohl in the audience. She also got pranked by a fake Justin Bieber on the show. I recently appeared on Ellen Auto Perform When the Party's Over, and A was in the audience to support the singer. Eilish just dropped When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? And went on the show to promote it. While there, Grohl, who previously to that of in the 90s, was in the audience on Ellen. I feel like recently I met a lot of people that my parents grew up as fans of, you know. And that's no diss. Grohl was a good sport about Eilish's comment and laughed it off, too. You can see a clip of that below. Then, Eilish talked about how she's a huge Bieber fan and how he just started following her on Instagram. Told Eilish she should meet him, and then said she was sorry that he wasn't at the show to surprise her. However, I don't get scared, Eilish said after, which was definitely a lie. You can watch that. Grohl and many other fans in the audience got to see Eilish perform a beautiful rendition of When the Party's Over. Check that out below. Grohl is far from Eilish's only famous fan. Recently, in other news, Eilish blessed us with for her track Bad Guy. You can watch that. Additionally, Eilish recently announced a huge North American tour. Tickets are on sale. What do you think of Eilish's Ellen appearance? Sound off in the "What the hell is young blood, anyway? Is it a sassy
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot bar. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, next level.
Ariana Grande raps about liking both women and men in new bisexual anthem. Daily Mail Online. Published 0207 BST, April 2, 2019. Updated 0207 BST, April 2, 2019. Brand new single Monopoly had fans scratching their heads with the lyrics, "I like women and men" on Monday. Her fanbase immediately declared the banger a bisexual anthem, but speculated about whether the words reflected to her own sexuality. It comes 4 months after her collaborator Victoria Montt, who sings the same pre-chorus line, came out as bisexual on social media. Hitmaker Ariana Grande has dropped a new single in celebration of her chart-soaring hit 7 rings remaining at the top of the billboards for weeks. Ariana sings "I like women and men, yeah, works so F*** in much, need a twin, yeah. You'd be straight for life if I gave you my pin, yeah, even though we gave up that 90% for the win, go A." They share the verse earlier on the song, which has prompted fans to question the meaning behind the lyrics. New single at Hitmaker, 25, Monopoly with singer Victoria Montt on Monday after teasing fans for days with the new song. Sexuality fans have already speculated that the Thank You Next singer has hinted at her sexuality, after the lyrics reference liking both women and men. "I like women and men too," one fan rejoiced, while another declared it a bisexual anthem. And added, "I am so proud of you." One other said, "I just listened to the lyrics properly, OMG, Ariana and Vic fought for bisexual rights." Another confused fan said, "Wait, did Ariana Grande just come out as bisexual? If she did, then a bisexual anthem." Fans declared the song a bisexual anthem after listening hard to the lyrics. Unfazed, another said, "If Ariana is bisexual and this is her way of coming out, then I am so proud of her. If it isn't, then thank you for the bisexual anthem, ma'am." Despite the focus on Ariana, it was a pivotal moment for Victoria, nonetheless. Victoria wrote in a tweet last November that she liked girls, explaining, "I want everyone to know that I am single, since people wanna pretend I am not and make imaginary rules for me. I secretly and respectfully went through a difficult breakup this summer, but enough is enough. I also like girls." Setting the record straight last November, Victoria confirmed that she did indeed like girls as well as boys. Ariana dropped the single in celebration of her chart-soaring hit 7 rings remaining at the top of the billboards for weeks. The Hitmaker, 25, released Monopoly with singer Victoria Montt on Monday after teasing fans for days with the new song. Taking to Twitter, Ariana explained the song, which compares girls to the board game Monopoly, was a gift to her fans for their support, and a thought she wants to make music and drop it whenever and perform it. Ariana, who is currently on her much-anticipated Sweetener tour, wrote, "It ain't over. I don't really like eras. I just wanna make music and drop it whenever and perform it." Songstress Ariana looks fierce as she bops to the catchy tune, wearing an animal print cord with puffed sleeves, a black choker, knee-high boots. Fun-ass video also features viral sensation Don Colley, also known as the motivational dancing guy, who has taken the internet by storm with his dancing emoji clips. "I don't want to conform to the routine or formula anymore. I love music, I ain't waiting another 2 years to drop it. I want to share it when it's fresh." In the video, Ariana looks stunning in a leopard print outfit as the duo dance on a rooftop while emojis fly across the screen in the home movie style video. It also features viral sensation Don Colley, also known as the motivational dancing guy, who has taken the internet by storm with his dancing emoji clips. Ariana looks fierce as she bops to the catchy tune, wearing an animal print cord with puffed sleeves, a black choker, knee-high boots and even a stuffed animal around her waist. Meanwhile, Victoria dances up a storm as she sports leopard print shorts, dream catcher earrings and a padded Fendi jacket. Earlier this year, Ariana became the first female artist to simultaneously hold the #1 spot on the official albums chart as well as the top 2 singles on the official singles chart in the UK. Her latest album has also broken the record for the most album streams ever by a female artist in 1 week in the UK, surpassing the one she set in August 2018 with her release Sweetener. But that's not all, as Ariana is also the first person to replace herself on the #1 spot, after Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I Am Bored bumped 7 rings to #2. The songstress now joins Elvis Presley, John Lennon, and Justin Bieber, as the only musicians to get 3 #1 singles in under 100 days. Gift attacking to Twitter, Ariana explained the song, which compares girls to the board game Monopoly, was a gift to her fans for their support. Girl power songstress now joins Elvis Presley, John Lennon, and Justin Bieber, as the only musicians to get 3 #1 singles in under 100 days. Ariana has been busy kicking off her new Sweetener tour, which started off in Albany, New York on March 18, and is set to take in 42 cities, before wrapping in Salt Lake City, Utah on July 13. Meanwhile, Ariana is currently single after breaking off her engagement with Saturday Night Live star Pete Davidson. Pete, 25, announced they were a couple on Instagram last May and he slipped a $93,000 diamond ring on her finger a month later, and they moved into a luxury condo in New York City's Chelsea neighborhood and adopted a pet pig. However, the relationship ended in October with a source telling us at the time that they realized it happened too quick and too early. AAA. Moving on. Meanwhile, Ariana is presently single after breaking off her engagement with Saturday Night Live star Pete Davidson. By posting your comment you agree to our. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. We will automatically post your comment and a link to the news story to your Facebook timeline at the same time it is posted on Mail Online. To do this, you can choose on each post whether you would like it to be posted to Facebook. Your details from Published by Associated Newspapers Limited. Part of the Daily Mail, the Mail on Sunday Metro Media Group.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Happily single Caroline Flack seen sharing cozy farewell with Danny Cipriani. Metro News. 135.6M shares. Caroline Flack and Danny Cipriani look to be having a ball together amid rumors of romance, after they were photographed sharing a cozy farewell recently. After it was said the two took themselves off for a couple nights at Somerset's Babington House last week, Danny was seen leaving his potential new lady with what appeared to be a kiss. The two had reportedly spent Thursday and Friday nights at the Swanky Pile, where Caroline requests the same room each visit celebrities. They have it all and their farewell appeared to be a sign things went well. Snap saying goodbye. 39-year-old Caroline kept her trademark black cap and sunglasses on as she stayed in her black Range Rover. Make the guy go to you, love it, love it. 31-year-old rugby star Danny was dressed pretty casually in a pair of black joggers and trainers, as he leaned into the driver's side window, appearing to lay one on the flak attack, before walking away. After a busy few months professionally, Caroline earned that RRU, but it's nothing more than a spot of fun, apparently. ITLL take, since Caroline performed as Roxy in Chicago, she's been on top of the world and is happily single, a source told metro.co.uk. She's been on holidays in Thailand and Dubai ahead of hosting a brand new TV show and Love Island later this summer. Caroline is she enjoyed a lovely weekend with Danny, but she doesn't want to be tied down anytime soon as she's got a very busy year ahead. Hey, just two kids having a good time, what's not to love? The presenter was most recently in a long-term relationship with former P&, Andrew Brady, however that went south towards the end of last year, because that's what you do apparently. While Danny has been linked to Kelly Brook, Lindsay Lohan, and Katie Price in the past, Caroline has always been unapologetic in living her best life, and she'd been slapped with following past relationships. Caroline Flack moves on from Andrew Brady with rugby player Danny Cipriani. Caroline Flack is feeling the love as she arrives home from Dubai. Caroline Flack and Ashley Roberts are having the ultimate girls' trip in Dubai. In an interview with You earlier this year, she proudly declared, "If cougar is supposed to be an insult, I am making it a badge of honor." You do your thing, Flack. If you've got a story, video, or pictures, get in touch with the metro.co.uk entertainment team by emailing us, calling 020-3615-2145, or by visiting We'd Love to Hear From You. Lentidity code excerpt. Share your results.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Mel B slams Jerry Halliwell for an X27, making her out to be a liar in X27. After she denied, News Corp is a network of leading companies in the worlds of diversified media, news, education, and information services. Jerry's statement denying any liaison with her bandmate has reportedly caused bad blood ahead of the Spice Girls tour. Mel B has slammed Jerry Halliwell for an X27, making her out to be a liar in X27. After she denied that during a recording of Piers Morgan and X27's life stories last month. On Sunday, her words has reportedly created an X27 bad blood in X27 between the two women. Mel feels Jerry is making her out to be a liar. She said, "And there is a lot of bad blood simmering away. It's the Spice Girl, Jerry and X27's rep said in a statement, "It has been very disappointing to read about all these rumors again, especially on Mother's Day of all days. Jerry is really grateful for your support and loyalty for so many years. She loves the Spice Girls Emma, Melanie, and Victoria. She would like you to know that what has been reported recently is simply not true and has been very hurtful to her family. Moving forward, Jerry can't wait to see the girls and all the fans on the tour, have an amazing time with everyone, and make some new memories. She wishes you a happy Mother's Day." Jerry gave no hint that there was an X27 bad blood in X27. Ahead of the highly end, Ginger Spice showed off her moves on Instagram as she practiced some singing and part of her routine for Spice Up Your Life. Can be seen shaking her stuff, wearing white jeans, white trainers, and a black vest top. She wrote alongside the clip, "Hi SIGA. Hold tight. Got a story? Email or call us direct on 02077824220. We pay for videos too. Click to upload. Our journalists strive for accuracy, but on occasion we make mistakes. For further details.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot. Next level.
7 of the best April Fool's Day jokes for 2019, from James Comey, Chick-fil-A, PragerU, and Starbucks. Every April 1st, Americans seek to outdo one another with hilarious pranks. A good April Fool. Here are 5 of the best April Fool's jokes from 2019. Check out the new chick. Former FBI Director James Comey chose April 1, 2019 to announce his candidacy for president in 2020. Democrats, I am in. We need someone. I love pickles, but no. Just no. A post shared by a Donald saw on March 31, 2019 at 1:03 p.m. PDT. There's a whole new kind of Starbucks, just for puppies. Meet Pup Bucks. We're so excited to announce our newest concept store, Starbucks for your best friend. Before James Comey, Liberty Universities broke the news about a new presidential candidate, Kanye West, for 2024. Breaking just announced from the convocation stage that he will be running for U.S. President in 2024. According to the Champion. Happy April Fool's Day. Writers note all these quotations are taken from Kim and Kanye's actual Twitter accounts. Americans often call Washington, D.C. the swamp, because it's a cesspool of corruption. In the immortal word, but D.C. is a swamp full of booze, perhaps even more than corruption. One Liberty Mind, America's Future Foundation AF announced its decision. This would never fly in Washington, D.C., and AF couldn't keep a straight face for this April Fool's announcement. It looks like prohibition will have to wait for another century. Chick-fil-A sauce is delicious, and not only on chicken, or so the local branch in Burke, Virginia, assures customers. The Chick-fil-A sauce. Michael Knowles did a PragerU video listing all the reasons Americans should vote for Democrats. Warning: this is very. Here are all of the reasons you should vote for Democrats. Explains. Follow Tyler O'Neill, the author of this article, on Twitter at
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot. Next level.
Us Movie Theory suggests there's more to Jason than meets the eye. Metro News. 135.6M shares. Us is the perfect Reddit movie, in that director Jordan Peele wants us to delve into every theory and Easter egg. And the latest theory to emerge has us feeling all uneasy. Asterisk warning: you major spoilers ahead for us. Seriously, the horror sees the Wilson family meet the tethered you, their doppelgangers, who take revenge after a failed experiment and emerge from underground to wreak havoc on their holiday. Lupita Nyong'o plays Adelaide, who met her doppelganger in a funhouse years earlier. But in the final scene, we learn that her clone, Red, actually took her place all those years ago, and Red is actually the untethered. Her son Jason sees Red/Adelaide smiling at him, and there's a flinch of recognition as he realizes he may not be free from the monsters that terrorized his familia. A theory suggests that Pluto, the tethered version of Jason, actually took his place last summer, when Jason went missing and got locked in the cupboard. I believe the summer before the movie takes place, the boy and his tethered also switched places. Here is the evidence: he forgot the magic trick. He didn't actually. While at the beach, instead of building sand castles, he was building tunnels. Weird, right? When both of the boys are in danger, the moms realize this had happened and each of them focus on their child. You can see in her eye. At the end, he has realized that his mother, at one point, has also switched bodies. She gives him a look. Yep, we could get on board with that. Inspiration for 10 Things I Hate About You is actually pretty grim 20 years after release. Everyone is already freaking out over Annabelle Comes Home as demented doll comes to life. Marvel fans think Mary Poppins would kick Thanos *** as an Avenger. Other evidence proffered on Reddit to support the theory included Jason saying "kiss my anus," which is a rather weird insult, perhaps the result of a tethered learning new phrases. Considering, we're guessing there'll be theories coming out of the woodworks for a long time, and we're not mad. Us has been a huge success at the box office end, raking in over £70 million 53M. Us is in cinemas now. If you've got a story, video, or pictures, get in touch with the metro.co.uk entertainment team by emailing us, calling 020-3615-2145 or by visiting We'd Love to Hear From You. Entity code excerpt. Share your results.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Corey spoilers Carla Connor to die as killer strikes again in poison drama? Metro News, 135, 6M shares. Carla Connor Allison King fears the world is against her and as her paranoia grows and she becomes certain that someone is out to kill her. As her mental health already feeling the suspicions and hatred of the community, Carla is shaken to the core when she receives a message online saying that she destroys everything she touches and what freaks her out more is the name of the sender. As Peter determines to find out who is behind it, Carla becomes certain that she is being watched and looks around nervously while out. And after getting as she hears whispered threats and even becomes convinced that there are messages such as murder hidden in crosswords directed at her, she panics that someone close to her is trying to kill her and becomes convinced both that Peter has been brainwashed and someone has tried to poison her. Later, Peter finds her standing barefoot outside the ruins of the factory, a husk of her former confident self, and he bites the bullet and directs her to the medical center, knowing that she needs serious help. But as Toya Battersby Georgia Taylor arranges for Carla to have an appointment with mental health services, Peter is horrified to find that she has made her escape through a window. With Carla vulnerable and missing and potentially also being stalked, Peter knows it's only a matter of time before the worst happens. Can he track her down? One to watch Friday, April 12th at 7:30 p.m. on ITV. Entity code excerpt. Share your results.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Game of Thrones Season 8 bookies announce shock new Iron Throne favorite TV and radio showbie. Sansa, played by Sophie Turner, who has led the way in the betting for the Iron Throne, has been usurped by her younger brother Bran Stark Isaac Hempstead Wright, in a shock twist before the Season 8 premiere. Just 2 weeks before the final season, Bran has taken the lead in the race for the throne and would represent a surprise Iron Throne ruler. William Hill reported the news that Bran has overtaken his sister, suggesting there could have been a leak to spark the flurry of bets on him. Spokesman for William Hill Rupert Adams revealed it.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
HBO shares video detailing the visual effects in NX27. Game of Thrones Season 8 of Massive is just under 2 weeks away from starting, and now the creators behind the show are really starting to ramp up the hype. To kick off the week, throughout the seasons of the show, the scope of what the visual effects team has done has increased. Things need to be Supervisor Joe Bauer stated that they and VE worked on over 10,000 shots of visual effects. The biggest challenge, considering what everyone who worked on the final 6 episodes of the show have been saying, it and it's clear why the production team needed a little longer to work on the last season. Now that the dragon, until then, watch the clip about the show and its visual effects up top.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Jennifer Lopez and Constance Wu are seen sobbing on the set of their stripper drama Hustlers Daily. Published 1820 BST, April 1, 2019. Updated 2118 BST, April 1, 2019. And Constance Wu were in tears this Monday while filming an emotional scene of their upcoming film Hustlers. The 49-year-old Lopez had tears rolling down her face as she walked past a police officer while 37-year-old Constance followed behind. The movie follows a group of New York strippers who take revenge on their wealthy clients. Also in the cast, Fireworks Jennifer Lopez and Constance Wu were in tears this Monday while filming an emotional scene in New York of their upcoming film Hustlers. Jennifer and Constance were having a conversation with one another person for part of the scene, with the pop icon gesturing emphatically. The pair shared a hug, and then as both of them cried, Jennifer walked off down the sidewalk, leaving Constance standing back and watching her. As the day wore on, Jennifer was also seen filming for Hustlers with Madeline Brewer, who made her bones on the Netflix prison show Orange is the New Black. Madeline and J.Lo were both wrapped up in faux fur coats, and seemed in fine spirits when they were spotted on set strolling side by side. What a moment. Constance, 37, could be seen weeping into her left-hand character on the sidewalk as a policeman stood close behind. Star-studded, a cast that includes Cardi B, Julia Stiles, and Lily Reinhart. The movie follows a group of New York strippers who take revenge on their wealthy clients. Enthusiasm. Jennifer and Constance were having a conversation with one another for part of the scene, with the 49-year-old pop icon gesturing emphatically. Hustlers is written and directed by Lorene Scafaria, who held the same positions on the 2012 dramedy Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. Lorene's latest movie is based on a 2015 article for Akal The Hustlers at Scores, written by Jessica Pressler. Jennifer, who is known for the elaborate choreography in her concerts and music videos, has taken pole dance training for Hustlers. Cardi used to be a stripper in real life before achieving stardom as a rapper and recently found herself at the center of a controversy over her old life. Throughout their characters' discussion eventually became so heated that Jennifer grabbed Constance by both arms. What happened? Jennifer at one, camaraderie. The pair shared a hug, and then as both of them cried, Jennifer walked off down the sidewalk, leaving Constance standing back and watching her. An old Instagram video resurfaced last week, in which she shared that during her stripper days ID drug and s up and ID robbed them. A storm of online criticism resulted, including comparisons to R. Kelly and Bill Cosby, leading Cardi to post an Instagram apology last Tuesday. There are rappers that glorify murder, violence, drugs and robbing crimes they feel that I never glorified the things I brought up in that live. I never even put those things in my music because I am not proud of it and feel a responsibility not to glorify it. Back at the Helm. Hustlers is written and directed by Lorene Scafaria, who held the same positions on the 2012 dramedy Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. Source material: Lorraine's latest movie is based on a 2015 article for New York Magazine called The Hustlers at Scores, written by Jessica Pressler. Skill set: Jennifer, who is known for the elaborate choreography in her concerts and music videos, has taken pole dance training for Hustlers. Personal life: she also has just started off a highly publicized engagement to her longtime boyfriend, New York Yankee Alex Rodriguez. Meanwhile, Jennifer has just started off a highly publicized engagement to her longtime boyfriend, New York Yankee Alex Rodriguez. A-Rod and J-Lo, known affectionately by the couple name J-Rod, have avoided publicly remarking on the scurrilous claims being made about their romance. Former baseball player and steroid icon Jose Canseco has repeatedly alleged that his ex-wife, erstwhile playmate Jessica Canseco, was having an affair with Alex. A wardrobe choices: Jennifer wore an all-black ensemble except for her swanky low-top boots, while Constance was dressed entirely in blue other than her pink handbag. Off they go. As Jennifer first began to walk away, Constance had her arms outstretched, perhaps trying to beckon her back. Close-up: a cameraman could be seen filming right over Constance's shoulder and standing just a few inches from her. Coordinated: Constance, whose public profile increased last year with the release of her film Crazy Rich Asians, stayed cozy in a blue anorak with denim accents. High-tension: Constance seemed somewhat frightened as Jennifer angrily grabbed her arms. Jessica steadfastly denied the affair on Twitter, insisting she has not met Alex in half a decade and writing, "I certainly did not sleep with him." After that publicity storm died down a bit, a UK-based Playboy model called Zoe Gregory accused A-Rod of sexting her, including sending a snap of his penis. J-Lo is amazing and she doesn't deserve this. While getting ready, moving, Jennifer held Constance by the back of the head as the two women embraced. Plot hints: the dynamic duo, staying connected. Jennifer stared at her phone as she emerged from the station with Constance trailing close behind. Friendly colleagues: as the day wore on, Jennifer was also seen filming for Hustlers with Madeline Brewer, who made her bones on the Netflix prison show Orange is the New Black. Good cheer: Madeline and J-Lo were both wrapped up in faux fur coats, and seemed in fine spirits when they were spotted on set strolling side by side. What a look! Madeline accessorized her ensemble with a stylish handbag and a circlet. Unperturbed: A-Rod and J-Lo, known affectionately by the couple name J-Rod, have avoided publicly remarking on the scurrilous claims being made about their romance. The comments below have not been moderated. By posting your comment, you agree to our. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. We will automatically post your comment and a link to the news story to your Facebook timeline at the same time it is posted on Mail Online. To do this, you can choose on each post whether you would like it to be posted to Facebook. Your details from Published by Associated Newspapers Limited. Part of the Daily Mail, the Mail on Sunday Metro Media Group.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot. Next level.
Celebs on Mother's Day, from Piers Morgan and Stacey Dooley to Victoria Beckham. Metro News. 135, 6M shares. It's Mother's Day in the UK, and that can only mean one thing: new celebs showing off their dear old mums on social media. While daughter, other famous faces having been sharing heartfelt messages, with some of them getting pretty, creative. Scarlett Moffat was one of the first to share a tribute to her absolute queen, posting a sweet collage of snaps of herself and her mum Betty. To my absolute queen, my dancing partner, the other half to my car singing duets, the woman who I call first when I have good news, who I call for support during bad news, to my best friend a happy Mother's Day. Thank you for everything, I don't know what I'd do without you, she wrote in a message to the lovely lady. EastEnders Lacey Turner seemed on a mission to make us all cry as she brought out the wedding snaps, showing off a candid photo of her and her mum looking lovingly at each other on the big day. Penning a message to her mum Bev, she wrote, "Happy Mother's Day to my best friend. You truly are special, mum. I love you to the moon." We're far too emotional for a Sunday afternoon. Strictly Come Dancing judge Bruno Toniola also turned heads with his tribute, sharing a cheeky photo of himself and his mum Fulvia back in the day posing up an absolute storm in some bold swimwear. Those Toniola jeans are smashing it out of the park. Wishing all the incredible mamas out there happy Mother's Day, the star wrote. I hope you are being but Stacey Dooley and her mum did gave the Toniolas a run for their money, with the Strictly champ sharing a couple of photos of the pair of them giving us major model vibes. Posting a couple of black and white snaps, the duo look adorable, with Stacey's arms wrapped around her mum. Jerry Horner paid tribute to the Spice Girls mama by posting a photo of her mum Anna Mara planting a kiss on her cheek. "Mama, I love you," she wrote. Meanwhile, Wayne Rooney praised his wife Colleen, telling her, "Thanks for everything you do for our boys, we love you." Colleen also shared a heartfelt tribute to her mum Colette, writing, "First Mother's Day, I am not going to be with you, mum, but we have loads to look forward to. Thank you for Happy Mother's Day, girl," the presenter proudly wrote alongside her photos. Piers Morgan also opted for a heartfelt message about his mum Gabrielle, writing, "Happy Mother's Day to the woman who emboldened me to stand up for myself, never settle for mediocrity, shun self-pity, celebrate the good times, be there for friends, family in the rough times, and believe that ambition knows no bounds. Thanks, mum." Some would say she's got a lot to answer for. Meanwhile, some of our faves are taking the day to relax, and sharing some sweet sentiments from their own little ones. Rochelle Humes snapped a photo of an adorable card from her two daughters Ayla Amai and Valentina, with the pair describing her as a wonderful mummy. This time with Alan Partridge's Susanna Fielding is cool with flipping off Piers Morgan. Nick Hewer defends Rachel Riley as she's accused of prostituting her religion by troll. Piers Morgan blames Blue Planet live team for seagull snatching turtle on beach. We definitely can't argue with that. And Amanda Holden is clearly taking some time for a family day, sharing a photo of herself with her mum Judith and her two daughters Holly and Alexa. Looks like the Holden ladies literally don't age in the slightest. If you've got a story, video, or pictures, get in touch with the metro.co.uk entertainment team by emailing us, calling 020-3615-2145 or by visiting We'd Love to Hear From You. Lentidity code excerpt. Share your results.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Mick Jagger, 75, will have heart surgery as Rolling Stones tour is put on hold, but he hopes to be. News Corp is a network of leading companies in the worlds of diversified media, news, education, and information services. The Oak rocker was diagnosed with a defective heart valve during a medical ahead of the band's sell-out North American tour. Rolling Stones legend Sir Mick Jagger will have heart surgery this weekend, The Sun can reveal. Will undergo in New York. A defect was spotted at a medical ahead of the band's US tour, forcing them to postpone dates. A source said this kind of surgery has a high success rate. Sir Mick Jagger hopes to be out of hospital 48 hours after heart surgery this weekend. You then back on stage by the summer. Professor Sir Nilesh Samani, medical director at the British Heart Foundation, said Mick will probably have keyhole surgery. He added the benefit. Heart expert Professor Tim Chico said Mick's operation could give him a new lease of life on stage. He added heart valve replacement surgery is usually very successful and does not place a bar on people returning to their professional life. Mick could be back performing within months, and if the procedure eases any breathlessness, he may be more energetic than previously. Doctors are increasingly using keyhole techniques rather than open heart surgery because it does not cause big scars and patients return to full health within a month. A patient can expect to go home within 24 to 48 hours, feel well 1 or 2 weeks later and be back to normal health after a month. The procedure is the defective heart valve was picked up during a medical ahead of the band's North American tour. It led to that the band were postponing the 17-date sell-out tour because Mick needed unspecified medical treatment. The heart valve procedure is said to have a 95% success rate. A source said Mick will be undergoing a non-invasive heart valve procedure. The prognosis is, the postponement came just 3 weeks before the tour was to start. Mick told fan, "I will be working very hard to be back on stage as soon as I can." Treatment to replace the valve includes open heart surgery or, increasingly, keyhole surgery. Our journalists strive for accuracy, but on occasion we make mistakes. For further details,
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Happy April Fool's Day 2019. The funniest jokes and pranks we found on Twitter. April 1st, the day of taking extreme caution is here, lest one be on the receiving end of the fool's tag. On April Fool's Day 2019, puns never get old. Made my day. Have fun with your friends and loved ones on April Fool's Day. April Fool's Day 2019. SpongeBob SquarePants, the original funny guy. Sharing this skit, which became an iconic meme because today is April Fool's Day. Share memes and jokes, but hey, don't hurt anybody. April Fool Day 2019. This woman is a genius. My son and I packed my husband's lunch for tomorrow. Be in good spirits this April Fool's Day. April Fool's Day 2019. The classic self-deprecating joke. Who needs April Fools? When your whole life is joke. April Fool's Day 2019. Silly pranks you can try at work, just for fun. Pranks have begun. Me and my friends, remember to be a good sport but don't overdo it at your office. April Fool's Day 2019. Crazy way to brighten your workplace. I take April Fools very seriously. Too bad I have to. April Fool's Day 2019. This mother is so savage. Should I dip these babies in chocolate to trick my kids into thinking they're chocolate-covered strawberries on Monday? Get the latest, live updates and for on ndtv.com/elections. Like us on or follow. Advertisement. Advertisement. Advertisement.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Full trailer for Shaun the Sheep Farmageddon debuts coming on.net. It's been nearly 4 years since audiences last saw the titular sheep embark on his first cinematic adventure, and Aardman Animations has released the first trailer for the next chapter in the Shaun the Sheep franchise, A Farmageddon, which can be viewed in the player below. The film, written by Mark Burton and John Brown and directed by Will Beecher and Richard Felon, will follow Shaun and his flock after discovering Lu La, a cute little alien with amazing powers who is stranded at the Mossy Bottom farm, as they try and protect her from a sinister organization and attempt to send her home before the titular alien invasion. The sequel will feature Justin Fletcher's Shaun the Sheep movie reprise the titular role from the previous film, as well as John Sparks' Peppa Pig, Kate Harbour Bob the Builder, Richard Webber Early Man, Simon Greenall Alan Partridge, Emma Tate Flushed Away and Andy Nyman Ghost Stories. A Shaun the Sheep movie Farmageddon continues the production partnership with Aardman and Studio Canal following the success of Shaun the Sheep movie, directed by Mark Burton and Richard Starzak, which grossed $106 million worldwide and was nominated for both an Oscar and Golden Globe, and Nick Park's highly anticipated new prehistoric comedy adventure, which hit theaters in 2018 but grossed a disappointing $54 million at the box office. Studio Canal, the sequel for the 2015 hit, is set to hit theaters in the US on May 15 and in the UK on October 18. ComingSoon.net is a property of an LLC company. 2019.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
The best initial episode of Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone is free on YouTube. The Verge. Audiences should always be a little wary of any new show or film that reportedly debuts on April Fool's Day, especially if it seems too good to be true or too weird to believe. We're still withhold, but for the curious and the hard to convince, since these days, few people seem excited about the prospect of signing on for yet another proprietary, fee-based subscription streaming service. The network has where people in licensed countries can watch it in full without a sign-up or payment. The episode. Critic Samantha Nelson describes the episode as the best of the 4 installments initially provided for review. She calls it an command line delivers daily updates from the near future.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Line of Duty becomes biggest TV show of 2019 so far, as 7.8 million viewers tune in London evening. The gripping first episode of Series 5 was a major ratings hit. Has become the biggest TV show of 2019 so far, with more than 7 million people tuning in. Police drama for its 5th season, and received the highest ratings of any episode in the show's history to date, according to the BBC's overnight figures. An average of 7.8 million viewers tuned in for the gripping opener, with a peak of 8 million, giving the show a 39% audience share. The impressive stats mean that the show is now the highest rated program across all UK TV channels for 2019 to date. The first episode of the last series, which aired in 2017, was watched by an average of 5.4 million, while the finale was watched by 7.5 million. Line of Duty has also proved to be a major hit with younger viewers, with the BBC stating that only FA Cup coverage from January 25 has been more popular with the 1634 demographic. The show's ratings success comes after Mercurio's thriller Bodyguard proved a major hit with viewers in 2018, with 14.3 million tuning in for its gripping finale. Stephen Graham and Rakenda Sandal joined the series cast for Season 5, with the former playing the now unmasked criminal Balaclava Man, who is a target of AC-12's investigation. Adrian Dunbar, Vicky McClure, and Martin Compston returned as Hastings, FC Fleming and DS Arnott respectively, while fans were surprised to see Maya Sondi briefly return as PC Mani Findra. Comston previously teased that as the AC12 team find themselves taking on their most dangerous enemies to date. Usually AC12's remit is going after bent cops, so we got to a stage where we were chasing this mythical character, H, so we changed tack, he said. Before we've been dealing with bent cops, with some forced into crime but this, they're just murderers. Line of Duty continues on BBC One at 9 p.m. on April 7th. Are you sure you want to submit this vote? Are you sure you want to mark this comment as inappropriate? Are you sure you want to delete this comment?
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Ant McPartlin's Britain's Got Talent co-stars are delighted at the family being back together daily. By End. Published 0111 BST, April 2, 2019. Updated 0301 BST, April 2, 2019. Ant McPartlin's co-stars have told of their delight at the family being back together as the presenter returns for the new series. The star took a step back from his work commitments following his arrest for drink driving in March last year, and his presenting partner Declan Donnelly hosted the live Britain's Got Talent shows alone. However, the duo are back together in the 13th series of the ITV talent show, which starts on April 6. Reunited Ant McPartlin's Britain's Got Talent co-stars have told of their delight at the family being back together as the presenter returns for the new series. Judge Alicia Dixon said of Ant's return, "It's been like getting the family back together, it just feels normal. We've been working to Ant and December are celebrating 30 years of working together this year after first appearing on TV screens in teen drama Biker Grove, Alicia said they won at the National TV Awards again this year, and I think they are always going to dominate things like that, because the longer they are together the more respect people have for them and the more people love them. So I can't see." Amanda Holden, who also returns for the new series, added that it was so lovely to have the star back. Double act Ant and December are celebrating 30 years of working together this year after first appearing on TV screens in teen drama Biker Grove. Glam Amanda Holden, who also returns for the new series, added that it was so lovely to have the star back. "The live shows were not the same without him," said the judge. Meanwhile, fellow panelist David Walliams said Ant's return was an emotional one. "It was lovely to see when they stepped back on the stage in London how excited people were to see them together," said the comedian. "It was really emotional and I was pleased for them. It was just how it." Simon Cowell said he believes the key to the duo's success is that they are exactly the same guys you see on screen as you see off camera. The 13th series of the show will see a new crop of hopefuls showing off their talents in a bid to win £250,000 and the opportunity to perform at the Royal Variety Performance. Success. Simon Cowell said he believes the key to the duo's success is that they are exactly the same guys you see on screen as you see off camera. Among the contestants are an unusual harpist, a mind-reading dog, and one of the most dangerous acts to date. Ant and December said even after so many series, they were still surprised by some of the auditions. "We're always shocked by what we see, and on series 13 that's no mean feat because you go, well, we've kind of seen it all," said December A. "But on more than one occasion this year we've both looked at each other and been like, even after 13 series we've never seen that before." Emotional return. Meanwhile, fellow panelist David Walliams said Ant's return was an emotional one. Back together, among the contestants are an unusual harpist, a mind-reading dog, and one of the most dangerous acts to date. And added, so this act came on and did synchronized skipping, and we're stood in the wings thinking, how we've never seen anything like this before. We've had one person do it, but never a huge crew of them doing it to music. So it shows their art. It's felt a bit like old school Britain's Got Talent, where people used to just practice their act in their bedroom and then turn up on the show. Britain's Got Talent starts on Saturday, April 6th at 7:15 p.m. on ITV. It is followed by Duo Aunt in December. Said, even after so many series, they were still surprised by some of the auditions. The comments below have not been moderated. By posting your comment you agree to our. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. We will automatically post your comment and a link to the news story to your Facebook timeline at the same time it is posted on Mail Online. To do this, you can choose on each post whether you would like it to be posted to Facebook. Your details from published by Associated Newspapers Limited. Part of the Daily Mail, the Mail on Sunday Metro Media Group.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot. Next level.
Caroline Flack pictured kissing Katie Price's ex on romantic breakup. We weren't expecting this. Hasn't exactly been lucky in love over the past few years, but could the Love Island presenter finally have found the one? Well, if new photos are anything to go by, might just be Flacker's latest new squeeze. Apparently, the pair enjoyed a romantic hotel getaway in the countryside over the weekend and even shared a goodbye kiss as they were leaving. In the pics obtained by The Sun, 39-year-old Caroline could be seen sat in her black Range Rover as she left the Babington house in Somerset. But despite trying to disguise herself in a hat and sunglasses, the telly star wasn't fooling anyone as rugby star Danny leaned into the driver's seat and seemingly planted a kiss on Cos. According to the publication, the pair have been chatting for a while until Danny finally managed to convince her to go away with him. Onlookers say Caroline was seen sharing drinks and chatting with the hunky sportsman before heading back to a room on Thursday and Friday nights. A source told The Sun Danny couldn't keep his hands off her. He's obviously very into her, and to be fair, they make a great-looking couple. They did start hinting at Danny's romantic history, which has seen him date the likes of Kelly Brook, Katie Price, and Lindsay Lohan. The source continued, of course, he does have a reputation as a Lothario, but Caroline is clearly a confident woman who seems to be able to handle herself. If anything, it looked as though she was calling the shots and he was a bit infatuated. But they were around for a few days, so things are obviously going pretty well. Another pal added he's obviously got a thing for her. She knows his rep, it's nothing too serious at this stage, but they had a great couple of days. This comes after Danny hit the headlines back in 2011 when he reportedly had a short-lived fling with Pricey. But things didn't end on the best terms, as 40-year-old Katie later claimed in her 2013 autobiography that she walked in on him in bed with another woman. Katie wrote, in my experience, he was a bit lean in the most obvious departments. That's why I nicknamed him Danny Chipolata. He can no longer. Following her brutal comments, 31-year-old Danny later told The Sun, I have no ill feeling towards that and it's just how it is. At the time. Meanwhile, Caroline has also enjoyed her own string of high-profile relationships in the past, including Prince Harry Styles, and former Fian Andrew Brady. Check out Caroline Flack's relationship history. Get news, competitions, and special offers direct to your inbox. By submitting your information, you agree to the end. By submitting your information, you agree to the end.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Extra debate September 1st? What's the point? We are now on April Fool's Day. As is tradition, the September 1st rule is a key Eurovision rule. Any song that is precisely my issue. It doesn't make sense. Why do we have a rule that is still in place that was so recently bent? In June 2000, one could argue that announcing your song in June gives you an unfair advantage as it gains traction on the streaming and sales, but an increasing observation of mine over the past few years indicates that fans may grow tired of the song by August at least, but then again, the fans make up such a small amount of the general viewing population that it wouldn't matter that much to the one-time viewers in May anyway. You could also say that choosing too early doesn't give time for a better song to come at a later date, or you could on the other hand be accused of not choosing the song that was released before the September 1st compared to the song that was revealed after the date. Time is also a major factor on how a song is perceived. A new music trend, but that's my thoughts on the matter. Now I will hand over to some of my learned colleagues. Long gone are the days of the FREUOfCredits.com song contests that I loved so much. Each different contest. Nevertheless, the major difference between those glorious online song contests and fabulous songs released in June or whenever is the fact that these songs were released for the commercial market, not the song contest. If you were one of the people sending national final rejects, I feel for you. For the real thing, however, I think the rule of September 1st works well. It gives the broadcast. I disagree with Nathan regarding small countries such as Georgia or Montenegro. These countries we have to understand that there are countries that select their songs internally, versus the national final. If the former is, besides, if a national selection is used to select the song, the organizers do indeed need some time to review the submissions and then plan the selection itself. Therefore, at the end of the day, the rule is there for a reason. It should be followed. I agree with Ivis. Although I love the contest, we all need some downtime. Frankly, there is a distinction between releasing a song commercially and releasing it for the purpose of the contest. Setting up a time. This argument is particularly strong for nations like Sweden or Germany, who generally favor national finals. These national picture this. Duncan Lawrence, yes, the song is 26 years old, but there is no rule specifically ruling it out. In response, there are a few glaring outliers, though, from Poland. In the run-up to COPE, while you could certainly question the ways in which dedication to the contest played a role in each act's respective selection, both entries suggest an element of convenience. It makes absolute. What do you think? Shall this rule be?
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
PMS office to fund Eurovision security after shortfall threatens show the Times of Israel. Construction work on the hall designed to host the song contest had been put on hold Monday after the Public Security Ministry said police were stopping security inspections of equipment. In response to the decision, John Ola Sand, the Norwegian television executive responsible for coordinating the project, wrote a strongly worded letter to Netanyahu, warning that ongoing delays could doom the event entirely. Israel is expected to host tens of thousands of tourists for the song contest, a massive multi-day event set to kick off in mid-May, with finals scheduled for May 14. It is expected to. The Israeli Kin public broadcaster, the local media partner putting on the show, praised the government for stepping in to provide funding, the Globe's Business Daily reported. Rickman is continuing to work apace to produce Eurovision and keep up with the gaps in the timeline, so everyone can enjoy a respectable Israeli Eurovision, the broadcaster said in a statement. Last month, the European Broadcast Union urged Netanyahu to ensure that the government cover the costs of security arrangements for Eurovision, and accused him of going back on his word after previously agreeing to fund security for the event. The funds that the government had agreed to provide for security did not reach police by Sunday, prompting Monday's halt in security procedures, Hebrew language media reported. In a letter to Communications Minister Ehud Kara, Kin CEO Eldad Koblenz warned that the delay was hurting Israel's public image and was costing the country some NIS $500,000 $138,000 a day. At present, there are 2 foreign companies that have manpower and equipment at the site, and we have now delayed their work by 24 hours, Koblenz said. He added that the police delays were pushing back all the related projects that had been coordinated based on the original schedule. Other financial costs include container waiting fees and labor. Personnel costs. The delay also caused the cancellation of a day of rehearsals and some contracts with photographers. A video of the Eurovision site showed a cavernous, empty hall full of construction cranes, curtains and little else. Israel won the Eurovision Song Contest for the first time in 2 decades last year, as Netta Barzilai snagged first place with the women's empowerment anthem Toy. The win gave Israel the right to put on the contest, but also set off months of tussling over funding and which city would play host. Hosting the contest is expected to cost Israel up to NIS $190 million $52 million, according to media reports, but will also bring in millions in tourist dollars and priceless media exposure. of Israel's 1999 hosting duties found holding the event in Israel had a slight economic benefit, and that it could also spark limited further economic development down the road. Successfully hosting a media-intensive event such as this generates a demonstration effect and opens the door for future events, authors Eliza Fleischer and Daniel Felsenstein wrote.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
This Gotham teaser is just so upsetting. News. It's not Halloween, but we're spooked enough that it might as well be. It is April Fool's Day, and to celebrate, the Fox Batman Origin series released the most terrifying teaser for maybe the Joker, also known as Jeremiah, or J. Cameron Monaghan. No one will confirm. He's pretty. Oh, so pretty. The teaser makes use of that West Side Story classic and shows off J.'s new look, especially his really pretty new hairdo, and we haven't been able to stop looking at him all day. Is it because the sound of his laugh will also probably continue to haunt us for months after these final 2 episodes air? We may need therapy. We love him. We hate him. Jay will be wreaking havoc over the last 2 episodes of Gotham, which begin Thursday, April 18th at 8 p.m. The series finale. Thank you for subscribing. We're sorry. An error has occurred. This content is available customized for our international audience. Would you like to view this content is available customized for our international audience. Would you like to view this content is available customized for our international audience. Would you like to view this content is available customized for our international audience. Would you like to view this content is available customized for our international audience. Would you like to view dieser Inhalt ist F&U Amel. Our international besucher Verf&U Amel. Bar. MN Domel. This content is available customized for our international audience. Would you like to view the unversion adapt and acute? EDCE contenu EST display winnable pornotra public international. Suha itesvu. This content is available customized for our international audience. Would you like to view the nuestro contenido este display winnable y personalizado para nuestra audiencia internacional? Te gusta ver nuestro contenido este display winnable y personalizado para nuestra audiencia internacional? Te gusta ver nuestro contenido este display winnable y personalizado para nuestra audiencia internacional? Te gusta ver nuestro contenido este display winnable y personalizado para nuestra audiencia internacional? Te gusta ver
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
EastEnders spoilers drugs horror for Dennis Rickman Jr. Can he be saved? Metro News, 135, 6M shares. Tiffany Butcher Maisie Smith might be doing her damnedest to escape the drugs world. EV Steele Sophia Capasso had roped her into an EastEnders, but she was the one who pulled Dennis Rickman Jr. Blue Landau into it in the first place, and now he's in serious danger, all because of her. Will she be the one to save him, or will it be too late? Jack Branning Scott Massillon wants Tiffany to give a witness statement to the police about the gang, and after she does the pair have a heart-to-heart. Afterwards, Tiffany panics when she realizes what he's up to, so she invites him to hang out instead. However, he overhears her and Sonia Fowler Natalie Cassidy laughing about her babysitting him, so he tells Styx he'll meet him after all and goes to collect his things. Sharon Mitchell Tiffany realizes what he's really doing, and when she sees Styx and the gang waiting for him, she rushes over to intercept. Sharon walks in. Sharon is further shocked when she learns Tiffany introduced Denny into the gang, and things get heated when she confronts Sonia and Whitney Dean Shona McGarty over it. They try their best. Jack comes to the rescue and warns Sharon off. Sharon tries to. Has she pushed him further into the world of drugs, or will she be able to straighten him out before it's too late? Who is EastEnders' new Ben Mitchell actor Max Bowden, who was also in Waterloo Road? What has Lola Pierce actress Danielle Harold been doing since leaving EastEnders? Ben Mitchell and Lola Pierce return to EastEnders with a secret. Lentidity code excerpt. Share your results.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Ronda Rousey makes WWE history ahead of WrestleMania clash with Becky Lynch and Charlotte. WWE's Rousey has been dominating the women's. She is undefeated, having won her first title just 4 months after her debut, and has beaten some of the biggest superstars like Sasha Banks, Bayley, Nia Jax, and more. The UFC Hall of Famer has added another accolade to her incredible first year with the Wrestling Giants as she became a record champion. As of today, the baddest woman on the planet has held on to the Raw Women's. So, there have been rumors going around for a while that after WrestleMania
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Several hurt at Los Angeles vigil for rapper Nipsey Hussle. Posted April 1, 2019 09:14 p.m. PDT. Updated April 1, 2019 10:28 p.m. PDT. Los Angeles AP/Crone A vigil at the Los Angeles site where rapper Nipsey Hussle was killed has turned violent, and authorities are treating several people after a possible attack that stampeded the crowd. Fire Department spokeswoman Margaret Stewart says firefighters received a report Monday night of a possible shooting or stabbing and found one person critically wounded. She says several other people are being examined and appear to have sustained trample injuries as the crowd ran away. KCAL TV showed police carrying a man to an ambulance. Police then moved in force and dispersed a large crowd that had gathered outside Hustle's South Los Angeles clothing store, where the 33-year-old was killed and 2 others injured by a gunman Sunday. The Los Angeles Police Department has identified a suspect in the rapper's death. Police say he was last seen in a 2016 white, 4-door Chevy Cruze with a California license plate 7RJD742. Those with information on his whereabouts are asked to contact the South Bureau Homicide Unit at 2323786-5100. Eric Holder is wanted for homicide in the shooting of Nipsey Hussle. He was last seen, informally initial report by LA Fire identifying 12 treated at scene, 1 transported. No clear nature. Our people are on scene making every effort to protect everyone in attendance at the Nipsey Hussle vigil. Reports of shot, 4 live, local news. It lets you watch commercial-free, the Bay Area's local news station on multiple streaming devices. Copyright 2019 The Associated Press. All rights reserved. Police searching for suspect in Kamala Harris in Sacramento too. Oops. Something went wrong. 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 1998-2018 KRON4.com. All rights reserved.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Sick messages from beyond the grave lead to Carla's mental health breakdown. Liverpool Echo. The factory boss is stunned to get a message from Rana. Carla has been having a rough few weeks after the factory collapse, and this week she has a mental health breakdown after receiving sick messages from Rana. On Monday, Carla refuses to visit Aidan's grave on his birthday, not wanting to bump into Kate. The Connors raise a glass to Aidan, and Kate is outraged when Peter brings Carla to join them, angrily accusing her of killing Rana. As Kate storms into the back, Carla is horrified when she receives a message online saying, "You destroy everything you touch." Shakily handing her phone to Peter and Michelle, they are. Peter accuses Kate of sending Carla the message from Rana's account, but as Kate and Imran vehemently deny it, the two ponder who could be responsible. When Peter finds Carla sitting in Victoria Gardens and leads her home, Carla looks around nervously, certain she's being watched. Back at number 1, Ken and Peter worry as Carla knocks back wine, gazing listlessly into thin air, and when she receives another message from Rana she is completely freaked out. On Wednesday, Carla is emotional as she asking her to ring back. Peter apologizes to Kate for blaming her for sending the messages, and the pair try to find out who sent them, asking Alia to find out which of Rana's friends may have had access to her account. Meanwhile, Carla's paranoia grows when she covers the webcam on her laptop, fearing she's being. On Friday, Peter and Ken worry for Carla as she scribbles the words "watching" and "murder" on a crossword and throws her tea down the sink, convinced she's being poisoned. As her paranoia swirls out of control, she leaves the house barefoot, with Peter finding her staring at the remains of the factory and, realizing she's seriously ill, takes her to the medical center. Carla thinks it's a trap, and as Toya takes her through to the consulting room, explaining to Peter that Carla needs to see a mental health specialist, she panics. When the two return, they are horrified to learn Carla has made her escape via the window. Having summoned the Coronation Street continues on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. on ITV.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Review a tepid journey back to the Twilight Zone Vanity Fair. Copyright 2019 Condé Nast. All rights reserved. Use of / or registration on any portion of this site constitutes acceptance of our updated 5/28/18 and updated 5/28/18. The material on this site may not be reproduced, distributed, transmitted, cached, or otherwise used, except with the prior written permission of Condé Nast. To be sure, a new Twilight Zone of any kind comes into the world with the odds stacked against it. The original Twilight.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,
April Fool's Day, the worst pranks in horror history. Bloody disgusting. Annabelle Comes Home poster brings the Conjuring universe full circle. Brightburn poster introduces a supervillain. New look at Dennis Rickman as the intruder. Chucky attacks Caesar's Palacian Child's Play elevator art. Leprechaun Returns finally gets a Blu-ray release. Video Gotham finally goes full Joker for series finale and he's pretty damn terrifying. TV review: The Dark Lord gives part 2 of chilling adventures of Sabrina darker focus and confidence. Did you spot the zombie homage to Return of the Living Dead on The Walking Dead last night? The Walking Dead ends excellent season 9 with one of the coolest, most unique episodes to date. Trailer: Fear the Walking Dead returns for 5th season in June. TV review: The Dark Lord gives part 2 of chilling adventures of Sabrina darker focus and confidence. The Walking Dead ends excellent season 9 with one of the coolest, most unique episodes to date. TV review: There's Plenty to Die For in Santa Clarita Diet season 3. TV review: Jordan Peele ushers in the perfect new Twilight Zone for our nightmare reality. Review: Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is a beautiful, brutal ballet of butchery. April Fool's Day, the worst pranks in horror history. The Walking Dead ends excellent season 9 with one of the coolest, most unique episodes to date. Horror game: Faith's effective and honest letters remind us why reading horror matters. It came from the 80s, the cannibalistic underground dwellers of CHUD. Trapped by Gender, this is gonna get scary. An introduction. The Dead Don't Die trailer: watch Bill Murray and Adam Driver *CK up zombies. Quote-filled Pet Sematary trailer digs up atmosphere and scares. Video. Trailer: Fear the Walking Dead returns for 5th season in June. SNL discovers the true use of the tethered in Jordan Peele's Us. Child's Play's new Chucky is voiced by Mark Hamill. Bethesda to have cheat code in Rage 2 that enables Tim Kitzrow commentary from NBA Jam. The Sinking City Chrome extension has Thulha running for office. Madra hacks photo mode into Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Devil May Cry 5 DLC Bloody Palace mode now available. New Shadow of the Tomb Raider DLC, The Grand Cayman, out now. Falling prey to a hoax or prank on April Fool's Day often leads to hurt feelings or anger at being duped. In horror, the butterfly effect. Evan suffers from blackouts. It's rough. In the grand scheme of things, this prank is actually quite funny and not too terrible. Except that it results for popular teen Liz Purr. Her friends come up with complex pranks every year to celebrate her birthday. The latest is a kid. One dark night, Julie just wants to be friends with the popular trio of girls known as the Sisters. She's unaware, the orphanage. Shortly after moving into a former orphanage, young Simon learns he's adopted. He doesn't react. Trick or treat? For those that prefer retribution against their mean-spirited prankers, Trick or Treat has you covered. Of the intertwining candy cane? Hey, anybody know Terror Train? Often the killer behind the slayings in slasher movie is a victim of humiliation or unforgivable act that spurns them on to a murderous rampage. In Terror Train, the house on Sorority Row. For the graduating group of sorority sisters who just want to party, an uptight house mother that puts her foot down causes them to devise a prank that they hope will scare her into relenting. Instead, the slaughter high. Like poor Kenny from Terror Train, high school nerd Marty is subjected to sexual humiliation by way of vicious prank. But it doesn't stop the burning. Even the most seemingly harmless of pranks can lead to catastrophe. When a group of poor Carrie White. All she wanted was copyright 2018 bloody disgusting, LLC.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,
Simon Cowell admits the country in X27's talent pool is drying up as he gears up for another sear. News Corp is a network of leading companies in the worlds of diversified media, news, education, and information services. He admits the show is doing above average if judges could find 2 great acts for the entire run. Britain's Got Talent boss Simon Cowell has admitted the country's talent pool is drying up, making it really difficult to find acts for the ITV talent series. Admits that the show, about to start its 13th series this Saturday, is doing above average if judges could find 2 great acts for the entire run. He made the comments as the program unveiled its returning lineup today, with Judge Amanda Holden, 48, vowing to continue to display her assets despite fears she would cover up by hiring news stylist Carl Willett. Asked if it was harder now to find original talent, Simon said yes, it's really difficult. If we find 2 great acts per season, I'd say we're doing above average. I do believe we've found some extraordinary talent this year. But we'll have to see. Last year's show came under fire after bosses jetted in acts from South Korea and Malaysia to impress audiences. Speaking in this week's issue of Best Magazine, Simon also revealed he refused to give son Eric, 5, the golden buzzer when he auditioned for the show with the daughter of his former flame Terry Seymour, 47. Simon added he is a great barometer, and I watch his face closely to see which acts he likes. In fact, he loves BGT so much, he and Coco Terry Seymour's daughter auditioned for the show with this terrible act, and then he demanded the golden buzzer, which he didn't get. But what that proves is that kids, even at that age, actually get what this show is all about. Eric now thinks it's his job to sit in on the auditions and help out you, but I am not paying him. Ant McPartlin, 43, makes his return to the show this year with co-host Declan Donnelly, 43, and judges David Walliams, 47, and Alicia Dixon, 40, back behind the panel. Got a story? Email or call us direct on 02077824220. We pay for videos too. Click auto up. Our journalists strive for accuracy, but on occasion we make mistakes. For further details.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,
EastEnders spoilers: Lola Pierce and Jay Brown kiss as Ben Mitchell warns her to stay away from him. News Corp is a network of leading companies in the worlds of diversified media, news, education, and information services. The former couple are reconnecting, but someone is not very happy about it. Lola Pearce and ex-boyfriend Jay Brown will share a kiss in EastEnders next week, but it seems Ben Mitchell is not on board with them rekindling their romance. Fans saw Ben and Lola, Lexi. They got a mixed reception as Jay and Billy Mitchell arrived, along with Ben's dad Phil, but Jay and Lola will quickly patch up their differences and grow close again. But first Billy is forced to step in as a hurt Jay ignores Lola. With Billy's help the pair end up reconnecting, but Jay is left heartbroken when Lola, returning star, tells him she just wants to be friends. But does she really mean it? The pair grow even. Ben newcomer Max Bowden tells Lola to stay away from Jay, but she ignores his instructions and heads out again with him to the Vic for a drink. When Ben returns from a job he's been on with Keanu Taylor, he's furious to see them together again after warning Lola off. While Ben is distracted, the pair slip out of the pub and head to the E20 where they end up sharing a kiss. What will Ben say? And why is he so? Jay and Lola got together shortly before Lola left Walford for Newcastle back in 2015. He was supposed to join her and Lexi up north, but was left broken-hearted when she dumped him by telephone, telling him she'd got together with their friend Dexter Hartman. Got a story? Email or call us direct on 02077824220. We pay for videos too. Click to upload. Our journalists strive for accuracy, but on occasion we make mistakes. For further details.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
The Umbrella Academy did Justin H. Min confirm Season 2 renewal in April Fool's prank. Metro News, 135.6M shares. As we eagerly await confirmation on whether or not the Umbrella Academy has been renewed for a second season by, Justin H. Min is keen to have some fun with us. The actor who plays Ben Hargreaves in the Legends show based on Gerard Way's comics took to social media today for a laugh, appearing to play a bit of an April Fool's joke on us all. He shared a shot of David Casta plus or minus Edis Diego among the famous Rebel of the Apocalypse, as he wrote on Monday when Cassie heard we aren't coming back for Season 2. Apocalypse, obviously. It took a grand total of 4 seconds before die-hard fans of the show launched into the comments section to demand to know whether this was all a joke. 4. Like, the show has to be coming back for another series, right? We're just not. If this ain't an April Fool's joke, then you'll find me crying, one said as they basically reached into our heads and took what we were thinking. Others were a little more cool, calm and collected as they gathered their bearings before launching into a full-on meltdown. For about 30 seconds my mind went crazy, and then I remembered what Day at Isa One wrote, seemingly pretty okay with the joke. If it is, in fact, a joke. Netflix has yet to officially confirm a second season of the show, but it last week. A new listing on Production Weekly, a magazine that tracks and compiles up-to-date information about film and TV projects, suggests that Season 2 of the show will begin filming in May this year under the working title Mercury. Netflix says The Umbrella Academy Series 2 starting filming in May. 10 more Netflix shows to watch if you like The Umbrella Academy. The Umbrella Academy saw Don Gallagher releasing heartbreak song Miss You. It makes sense, as rumors have been swirling that the show, which was streamed over 21 times that of the average title in the US. Guess we'll continue to sit right. If you've got a story, video, or pictures, get in touch with the metro.co.uk entertainment team by emailing us, calling 020-3615-2145 or by visiting We'd Love to Hear From You. Lentity code excerpt. Share your results.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,
Piers Morgan reignites 17-year Lay Dennis feud after banning him from GMB Birmingham Live. Controversial former newspaper editor Piers, 53, hosts the ITV1 daytime favourite alongside Susanna Reid from Monday to Thursday. The feud between Piers Morgan and Lay Dennis has intensified after the Family Fortunes star revealed he was banned from Good Morning Britain. Controversial former newspaper editor Piers, 53, hosts the ITV1 daytime favourite alongside Susanna Reid from Monday to Thursday. But the host has banned Lay from appearing on the show after a long-running feud. Today, Lay appeared on Lorraine, which is broadcast on ITV1 after GMB, and Piers was quick to comment on the appearance. Piers reached out to her with a message for Lay on Monday, April 1st. Addressing his fellow ITV host, Piers let Lorraine know Lay would never appear on GMB whether Piers was on hosting duties or not. He told her send less my best, he recently said he refused to come on Good Morning Britain if I am on. Clearly why he's popped up on your show. Just tell him from me he's banned from any day here. Lorraine asked what did you do to him? If Noah he was whining away about some. Piers tried to but Susanna Reid chipped in what does Piers Morgan ever do to anyone, Lorraine? Lay, 65, was branded the most pathetic man in Britain by former newspaper editor Piers in a headline some 17 years ago. The insensitive jibe came as Lay and Poe's marriage to Amanda Holden was crumbling. Speaking on Richard Herring and Poe's Leicester Square Theatre podcast this week, Lay recalled Piers and Poe's insensitive jibe. The star said the headline was "Is this the most pathetic man in Britain? I won't go on Piers and Poe's show life story. He'll go on Good Morning Britain on a Thursday when Ben Shepherd's there." Piers added apparently he's harbored this terrible resentment towards me ever since, culminating in his dramatic decision to ban himself from appearing on Good Morning Britain. "I've got news for you sunshine, that's not how this works, right? You don't appear at Good Morning Britain airs weekdays on ITV at 6 a.m.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,
Caroline Flack and Danny Cipriani pictured TV host, 39, locks lips with infatuated rugby hunk, 31. By end. Published 0837 BST, April 2, 2019. Updated 0853 BST, April 2, 2019. Caroline Flack and Danny Cipriani appeared to confirm their blossoming romance as they were spotted kissing after an alleged 2-day hookup. The 39-year-old Love Island host kept things low-key as she whizzed away in her Range Rover shortly after locking lips with the rugby hunk, who sources alleged is infatuated with the stunner, who recently discussed her cougar reputation. Caroline and Danny were spotted sharing a goodbye kiss at Babington House, the location of Millie McIntosh and Professor Green's 2015 wedding on Saturday, after spending Thursday and Friday night together. The moment, Caroline Flack and Danny Cipriani appeared to confirm their blossoming romance as they were spotted kissing after an alleged 2-day hookup. Caroline showed off her famously fantastic legs in one of her trademark thigh scheming minis while also wearing a Baker Boy cap and slogan jumper. The presenter is said to be planning her next date with the rugby Lothario, only 3 days after leaving him in Somerset after a 2-day hookup. A source told The Sun on Monday Caroline and Danny are just having fun, it's not serious yet, but it's going well. They're planning to meet up again, and she's decided she will see him again. It's very. A representative for Caroline Flack has been contacted by Mail Online for comment. Who let the dogs out? She was seen walk. The moment that says it all. The duo appeared to new man. A source told The Sun on Monday Caroline and Danny are just having fun. It's not serious yet, but it's going well. Kelly Brooks' Lothario ex-boyfriend reportedly couldn't keep his hands off the TV presenter, 39, who is said to be actively dating after her split from Andrew Brady, 26. An insider previously said that confident Caroline took the lead on the romance, while Danny was clearly infatuated with her. Caroline is said to have been on a few dates with various different suitors while she bounces back from her failed engagement to reality star Andrew Brady. The TV personality recently denied dating her personal trainer Bradley Simmons, 25, yet was seen at a cozy dinner with him 1 month later. Infatuated? It's been claimed that Feeling the Love Caroline has just got back from Dubai after a getaway with friends. A friend recently claimed she is dating, she's in a good place. It's not one part. Caroline, who turns 40 in November, recently defended her interest in younger men who have previously included Harry Styles, 25, Andrew, 28, and AJ Pritchard, 24, saying she was taking control of the label. The TV personality told You magazine last month, as much as some people seem to want me to feel shame or embarrassment about who I am, I really don't. And if cougar is supposed to be some kind of insult, I am taking control of that and turning it into a badge of honor. I am Caroline. She added, I might sound exasperated, but, honestly, I find it amusing rather than annoying. Recovery time. Caroline has been dating again following her split from Andrew Brady. Danny, meanwhile, has a reputation as a serial dater to shrug off. He has had many a high-profile romance, with exes including models Kelly Brook and Katie Price, and even cheeky girl Monica Iremia. He was reportedly dumped by Kelly in August 2013 amid cheating claims, even after they reconciled from their previous 22-month relationship. The rugby player also briefly dated Page 3 pin-up Katie, but it ended when she allegedly caught him in bed with another woman. Danny also went out with 43-year-old mum of 2 Kirsty Gallagher for 6 months. They are said to have caught. It's now been some time since Danny was in a well-documented relationship, especially after her denied ever dating mental health manager Hope Stubbings, who claimed they were in a year-long relationship until last summer. Famous romances. Danny famously dated Kelly Brook for a number of years, but it ended amid cheating claims here in 2010. Short-lived. He also dated Kirsty Gallagher far right, but they couldn't make the 12-year age gap work. Prince Harry, aged 34. THJE Prince romanced Caroline in 2009. AOL Limas, aged 34. Ollie and Caroline were colleagues when romance rumors began to fly. Harry Styles, aged 24. Harry and Caroline dated in 2011. Jack Street, aged 31. Jack and Caroline split, rekindled and split again. Andrew Brady, aged 28. Andrew proposed to Caroline in 2018. AJ was seen with Caroline at Days 2019. AJ Pritchard, aged 24. By posting your comment you agree to our. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. We will automatically post your comment and a link to the news story to your Facebook timeline at the same time it is posted on Mail Online. To do this, you can choose on each post whether you would like it to be posted to Facebook. Your details from published by Associated Newspapers Limited. Part of the Daily Mail, the Mail on Sunday Metro Media Group.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Helen Mirren pays an emotional tribute to her generous and beautiful cousin Tanya Mallet. Daily Mai. Published 0838 BST, April 2, 2019. Updated 0849 BST, April 2, 2019. Helen Mirren has paid an emotional tribute to her late cousin and former Goldfinger actress Tanya Mallet, whose death aged 77 was confirmed on Sunday evening. The Oscar-winning actress, 73, praised her generous and beautiful first cousin, who she grew up with, in a statement issued to the Queen actress said, "I was very sad to lose my cousin Tanya this week. Tanya was my aunt." Tribute. Helen Mirren has paid an emotional tribute to her late cousin and former Goldfinger actress Tanya Mallet, whose death aged 77 was confirmed on Sunday evening. Much missed. News of Tanya's passing was confirmed by the official James Bond Twitter account, with a message of condolence for her family pictured 2012. She showed her Russian heritage in her very beautiful bone structure and eyes, that made her into one of the top models of the early 60s. Hailing Tanya, who played Tilly Masterson in the 1964 James film as modest despite her striking beauty, Helen continued, "However, she was never vain, but a kind and generous person, who used her model earnings to put her half-brothers through school. She was a great optimist and always looked on life with positivity." The prime suspect star spoke fondly of the pair's memories growing up together, and revealed Tanya was responsible for her first visit to a film set, a night shoot of Goldfinger, a beloved. Hailing Tanya, who played Tilly Masterson in the 1964 James film as modest despite her striking beauty, Helen continued, "However, she was never vain, but a kind and generous person, who used her model earnings to put her half-brothers through school." She added, "The first visit I ever made to a film set was visiting her in a night shoot on the set of Goldfinger, where she joined the exclusive club of Bond. I will always remember her laughter and the best porcini risotto I have ever tasted she made from porcini she found by the side of a golf course in Sussex. Our Russian grandmother taught her how to look for mushrooms. My sister and I will miss her very much." The news of Tanya's death came on Sunday evening, and was confirmed by the official James Bond account, with a message of condolence for her family. The actress, best known for playing gay Tilly Masterson in Goldfinger, alongside Sean Connery, was mourned by James Bond fans and bosses. AAA. Iconic Ash added, "The first visit I ever made to a film set was visiting her in a night shoot on the set of Goldfinger, where she joined the exclusive club of Bond." The tweet read, "We are very sorry to hear that Tanya Mallet, who played Tilly Masterson in Goldfinger, has passed away. Our thoughts are with her family and friends at this sad time." Tanya started working as a model in 1957, aged just 16, and became one of the most recognizable models of the late 1950s and early 1960s. AAA. And even though her only noteworthy acting credit was 1964's Goldfinger, Tanya made quite the impression on Bond fans. Bond girl Tilly sets out to avenge her sister's death, but ultimately becomes one of the odd job's unwitting victims. After starring in the third Bond film, Tanya made the conscious decision to return the lucrative and comfortable world of modeling. With sadness, a tweet from the 007 account confirmed that Tanya had passed away. She once said, "Filming had been an interesting experience, but I was always more comfortable in a small studio with just the photographer and his assistant." AAA. Besides which, the restrictions placed on me for the duration of the filming graded were dreadful, and I could not anticipate living my life like that, For instance, being forbidden to ride in case I had an accident, not being allowed to go abroad, etc. It was one of Tanya's modeling shots that first got her an audition for a Bond film, when producer Cubby Broccoli came across a picture of the model laying on rocks. She was reportedly called in for a screen test for 1957's From Russia with Love, yet the role of Shana Romanova ultimately went to Italian beauty Daniela Bianchi. Nevertheless, the announcement of Tanya's death this weekend was met with a wave of sadness, as she proved to be one of the most popular Bond girls of all time. Timeless beauty after starring in the third Bond film, Tanya made the conscious decision to return the lucrative and comfortable world of modeling pictured 1964. The comments below have been moderated in advance. By posting your comment you agree to our. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. We will automatically post your comment and a link to the news story to your Facebook timeline at the same time it is posted on Mail Online. To do this, you can choose on each post whether you would like it to be posted to Facebook. Your details from Published by Associated Newspapers Limited. Part of the Daily Mail, the Mail on Sunday Metro Media Group.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
TV Tonight, will the murder of Jill Dando ever be solved? Television and radio boxer Nicola Adams and TV presenter Carolina Flack are among the contestants on the final Celebrity Bake Off. Hey race, what else? Boxer Nicola Adams and TV presenter Carolina Flack are among the contestants on the final Celebrity Bake Off. Hey race, what else? A disgruntled ex. An associate of the last batch of famous bakers. While Nicola Joe Lycett guides the remaining needle wielders as they wrap up the series. Finalists Leah, is it national mood influencing the climate, or a mere coincidence of the season that the weather is invariably horrendous on Brexit voting days? With two storms, teacher's pet Jenny has decided to ruin the annual Lady Immaculate formal by giving it a naff 50s prom theme, which means the girls have to find dresses and dates. Meanwhile, fresh from road testing high-end hotels, Sally Lindsay and Nigel Havers nobly do the same with top-end air travel, joining BA on a transatlantic flight. Well, one of Mission Impossible U Ghost Protocol Brad Bird, 2011 9 p.m, FILM 40OM Cruises Ethan Hunt pits his team against terrorist Michael Nyqvist. The usual stuff, swimming Nordic Swim Tour 4:30 p.m, Eurosport 1. Day 2 of the first Premier League football Wolverhampton Wanderers v Manchester United 7:30 p.m, Sky Sports main event. United Secret NBA Oklahoma City Thunder v Los Angeles Lakers 1 a.m, Sky Sports main event. From Chesapeake.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Mick Jagger having heart surgery to replace damaged valve as Rolling Stones postpone tour The End. Try Independent Minds free for 1 month. The musician will reportedly have a device inserted that's designed to open up arteries in the body. Is reportedly set to have surgery to replace a damaged valve in his heart. Frontman will allegedly receive a stent a small tube inserted to open up arteries amid fears over the singer's health, according to the Band of the US and Canada after Jagger, 75, was instructed by doctors not to perform. He tweeted, "I am devastated for having to postpone the tour, but I will be working very hard to be back on stage as soon as I can. I am so sorry." After the news broke about Jagger's health on Sunday, he was spotted on a Miami beach, dispelling concern that the frontman is seriously ill. The Stones No Filter Tour was expected to start on April 20th in Miami and end on June 29th in Oro-Medonte, Ontario. It officially began. They have been forced to cancel sell-out concerts in the past, including the Las Vegas show in 2016, when Jagger contracted laryngitis. Patients receiving a stent usually recover quickly and can be discharged a single day after surgery. The best in film, music, TV, radio straight to your inbox. The best in film, music, TV, radio straight to your inbox. Register with your social account or to log in. You can find our community guidelines in full. Create a commenting name to join the debate. You can find our community guidelines in full. Create a commenting name to join the debate. Enter your email to follow new comments on this article. Are you sure you want to submit this vote? Are you sure you want to mark this comment as inappropriate? Are you sure you want to mark this comment as inappropriate? Are you sure you want to delete this comment? Create a commenting name to join the debate. Create a commenting name to join the debate. Want to bookmark your favorite articles and stories to read or reference later? Try independent. Find your bookmarks in your section, under my profile.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Idols, what the F*** is wrong with Sleaford mods? The Independent, try Independent Minds free for 1 month. Do you have to be working class to sing about austerity? On the eve of a major, he's a F***ing bully. If never once claimed. Their line of thinking is that, because Talbot grew up the son of middle-class parents in an affluent Exeter suburb, you dad an artist. Mum an inland rev. The attacks have seemed more pointed because, in several early interviews, idols professed their admiration for Williamson himself. This idea that I can't speak out against austerity or food banks, that I can't think one of the richest economies in the world having F***ing food banks is wrong. I can't say that because I am fortunate enough to be able to feed my child. What the F***? How does it feel, I ask, that the criticism is coming from someone he once called a hero? F***ing awful, he says, with raw honesty. He attacked me so, yeah, he's not a hero anymore. It's the first night of the new Idols tour. We're backstage only a few minutes earlier we were talking about nappies. He'll change them all. Just 3 weeks ago, he and wife Beth welcomed daughter Frida Ray to the world. Her birth came to Agatha's heart rate dropped 3 times, remembers Talbot today. They transported, he pauses with apparent astonishment. And now we get to, it is somehow strange, 2 hours later, to reconcile this image of domesticity with the 34-year-old snarling and stalking the Lead Mill stage, a physical embodiment of his band's songs, wiry, ferocious, ever so slightly threatening. But then idols that's Talbot, as well as guitarists Mark Bowen and Lee Kiernan, bassist Adam Devonshire and drummer John Beavis. You are nothing if not about contradictory. The Bristol band's 2 albums Ujoya and 2017's magnificent debut Brutalism juxtapose pummeling post-punk oral violence with lyrics celebrating empathy, tolerance, and inclusivity. Iron Snowflake. Being compassionate doesn't mean you have to be a punchbag, nods Talbot when I mention this. Our aim is to start, as a group, their soft-spoken, self-deprecating and, for the first time while on the road, sober. When they went on tour, is there a chance, I venture, that, minus the booze, there shows you chaotic affairs treading a fine line between reaching for righteous greatness and collapsing under their own heaving fury, you might lose their edge? That they might? The exact opposite, says Bowen, also 34. So much with Alka. Talbot considers this I am not sure we're good enough to be predictable anyway, he says. Things can always, that's the other thing about idols, as it goes. If mostly they have, perhaps that's because it's been long coming. After forming and, among the more surreal moments since, they say, has been finding out they'd reached number 5 in the album charts, getting nominated for Best Breakthrough Act at the and appearing on Later, with. He said, what sets idols apart for many fans is their fearlessness, and fury around issues of social justice. In song, tonight, their 80-minute set list dispatches austerity, divide and conquer, anti-rhetoric Danny Nedelko, and small-town frustrations never fight a man with a perm. I put homophobe. These are things which, as a band, we discuss and we're interested in, so we put them in the music, the singer shrugs. We're not preaching to. I ask about the song Samaritans and its growled chorus I am a real boy, and I cry. It's about it being to grieve and to show emotion, says Talbot. It takes strength, too, is another issue they refuse to shy away from. It's dire. As the clock ticks on towards stage time, I ask about the future. After this tour, we're moving things on, says Talbot. But it will still be joy as an act of resistance. EB Idols is out now. They are on tour in the best in film, music, TV, radio straight to your inbox. The best in film, music, TV, radio straight to your inbox. Register with your social account or to log in. You can find our community guidelines in full. Create a commenting name to join the debate. You can find our community guidelines in full. Create a commenting name to join the debate. Enter your email to follow new comments on this article. Are you sure you want to submit this vote? Are you sure you want to mark this comment as inappropriate? Are you sure you want to mark this comment as inappropriate? Are you sure you want to delete this comment? Create a commenting name to join the debate. Create a commenting name to join the debate. Want to bookmark your favorite articles and stories to read or reference later? Try independent. Find your bookmarks in your section, under my profile.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,
Jennifer Lopez defiantly flips the bird while filming courthouse scene on the New York City set of Hustlers. Published 0250 BST, April 2, 2019. Updated 0345 BST, April 2, 2019. Golden Globe nominee defiantly gave a double-fisted single-finger salute while shooting a courthouse scene on the Manhattan set of Hustlers on Monday. The 49-year-old pop diva was in character as Ramona, a thinly veiled version of stripper Samantha Barbash, who plead guilty to conspiracy, assault, and grand larceny in exchange for 5 years probation. Like the 45-year-old con artist, the second-act actress is also from the Bronx, and she's been toning up by dancing on her portable stripper pole with trainer Johanna Sapaka AA. Flipping the bird, Golden Globe nominee Jennifer Lopez defiantly gave a double-fisted single-finger salute while shooting a courthouse scene on the Manhattan set of Hustlers on Monday. Acting, the 49-year-old pop diva was in character as Ramona, a thinly veiled version of stripper Samantha Barbash, who plead guilty to conspiracy, assault, and grand larceny in exchange for 5 years probation. I have bruises everywhere. It's so hard. It's much more difficult than dancing. It's like acrobat. On Monday, Lopez recreated Samantha's 2017 court attire in black leather pants and a double-breasted blazer selected by costume designer Mitchell Traverse. Director Lorene Scafaria. This is Heaven, the meddler of behind-the-scenes snap shooting the ST's Films drama, which was inspired by Jessica Pressler's 2015 article, AA. Research. Like the 45-year-old con artist, the second-act actress is also from the Bronx, and she's been toning up by dancing on her portable stripper pole with trainer Johanna Sapakid. J.Lo admitted on the February 14th episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, I have bruises everywhere. It's so hard. Designer bag. On Monday, Lopez recreated Samantha's 2017 court attire in black leather pants and a double-breasted blazer selected by costume designer Mitchell Traverse. Action. Director Lorene Barbash was the ringleader of a gang of young exotic dancers, who drugged wealthy Wall Street clients and scammed them out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. The Limitless singer, who's also executive producer, has no intention of getting naked or using body doubles, according to Jennifer has already shot scenes with The Handmaid's Tale star Madeline Brewer, who plays Dawn, and Crazy Rich Asians star Constance Wu. The ensemble includes Cardi B, Mercedes Ruehl, Julia Stiles, Lily Reinhart, Keith Palmer, Frank Whaley, and transgender stunner Trace Lysette, who a bikini snap on Saturday. The real deal. Barbash was the ringleader of a gang of young exotic dancers, who drugged wealthy Wall Street clients and scammed them out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. I am a hustler, baby. The Limitless singer, who's also executive producer, has no intention of getting naked or using body doubles, pictured Saturday. Castmates Jennifer has already shot scenes with The Handmaid's Tale star Madeline Brewer L, who plays Dawn, and Crazy Rich Asians star Constance Wu are pictured Sunday. Unbothered. The ensemble includes Cardi B, Mercedes Ruehl, Julia Stiles, Lily Reinhart, Keith Palmer, Frank Whaley, and transgender stunner Trace Lysette, pictured, who shared a bikini snap on Saturday. After nearly 2 years of dating, Lopez got engaged to Fox Sports commentator Alex Rodriguez on March 9, and the couple treated their blended brew to a Yankees game on Saturday. The native New Yorkers put on a brave face amid rumors her 43-year-old fiancé on her with Playboy model Zoe Gregory, as well as his former teammate's ex-wife Jessica. This Wednesday, the thrice-divorced mother of two is excited to drop her new single Medicine featuring rapper French Montana. Jennifer also currently judges the third season of NBC dance competition World of Dance, airing Sundays alongside Ne-Yo and Derek Hough. Familia. After nearly 2 years of dating, Lopez got engaged to Fox Sports commentator Alex Rodriguez on March 9, and the couple treated their blended brew to a Yankees game on Saturday. Stop cheating. The native New Yorkers put on a brave face amid rumors her 43-year-old fiancé cheated on her with Playboy model Zoe Gregory, as well as his former teammate Jose Canseco's ex-wife Jessica. I am giving it to you. This Wednesday, airing Sundays. Jennifer also. The comments below have not been moderated. By posting your comment, you agree to our. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. We will automatically post your comment and a link to the news story to your Facebook timeline at the same time it is posted on Mail Online. To do this, you can choose on each post whether you would like it to be posted to Facebook. Your details from published by Associated Newspapers Limited. Part of the Daily Mail, the Mail on Sunday Metro Media Group.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Prince Harry and X27's favourite Aussie Daphne Dunn dies age 99 just days after Meghan Markle SE. News Corp is a network of leading companies in the worlds of diversified media, news, education, and information services. Daphne Dunn stole the Duke's heart on his visits to Australia with memorable images of him crouching down to chat to his elderly fan. The 99-year-old, who won the heart of Prince Harry on several royal tours of Australia, has died. Daphne Dunn had been in hospital suffering from pneumonia for 2 months when she passed away on Monday. Ms. Dunn called herself Prince Harry's biggest fan when he visited Australia. On several occasions, the prince would stop to chat to his elderly supporter, crouching down to reach Ms. Dunn, who was in a wheelchair. In a post on her Instagram account, her family said she was a truly special lady who would be greatly missed. The simple act of stopping Daphne in the street and holding her hand meant more to Daphne than anyone could ever imagine. The simple act of stopping Daphne in the street and holding her hand meant more to Daphne than anyone could ever imagine. She spent a large part of her life representing the women of the Australian Army and her 2 husbands Light Albert Crownby. We, her family, would like to thank everyone for the love and support they showed Daphne. Just days ago, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex sent the war widow a letter congratulating her on her milestone. Dear Daphne, my wife, and I send our warmest wishes to you on the occasion of your 99th birthday on Friday, the royal wrote to his well-known devotee. We hope you have a wonderful celebration surrounded by family and friends, and that you've managed to escape hospital. Congratulations on reaching this important and impressive milestone before your centenary year next year. It was signed simply Harry and Meghan. Meghan and Harry have gotten mum through this terrible illness she's had. Talking to Today in late March, Ms. Dunn's daughter Michelle Haywood said the prince's letter had really lifted her mother's spirits. She said Meghan and Harry have gotten mum through this terrible illness she's had. She's still very. Ms. Dunn first met the prince in 2015 when she cheekily stole a kiss from the heir to the Australian throne. Unperturbed, she moved locations, down to Circular Quay. As the drizzle came, the prince hugged Ms. Dunn and said, "Oh, it's you." She told Sunrise she loved Harry for his work with veterans. The Daily Telegraph reported he does a lot for everyone, but he seems to dote on soldiers that have been wounded, and they've had some part of them amputated. That's the reason. It doesn't matter about me, he helps make them feel a bit better. I am so happy to finally meet you, I've heard so much about you. Ms. Dunn was out in force to greet Prince Harry on each of his visits to Australia. She had catch-up when the Duke of Sussex made his royal visit to Australia with wife Meghan Markle last year. Harry was sure to introduce the pair. According to Ms. Dunn, the Duchess told her, "I am so happy to finally meet you, I've heard so much about you." After a brief chat, the Duchess apparently told Ms. Dunn, "Hopefully the next time we see you we'll have our little one with us." Ms. Dunn's first husband, Lieutenant Albert Chown, died aged 25 in 1945, just a year after the pair wed, when his machine gun post in Papua New Guinea was attacked by the Japanese. She married again, to Corporal John Dunn, who was captured in Malaya in 1942. A version of this story was originally published on We Pay for Your Stories. Do you have a story? Our journalists strive for accuracy, but on occasion we make mistakes. For further details.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,
How old is Camilla Parker Bowles and how many times has she been married? You are using an outdated browser. or to better experience today, is known as Prince Charles' wife, and also the person many view as responsible for to Princess Diana. Camilla was labelled as public enemy number 1, but over the years she's gained more acceptance in the UK and around the world. People still have. The now Duchess was born Camilla Rosemary Shand on July 17, 1947, in London, England. A little-known fact, she and the Prince were in some of the same social circles and met a polo match in the early 70s. Upon their marriage in 2005, Camilla technically became the Princess of Wales. However, before she and Charles said I do, Camilla was married one other time to Andrew Parker Bowles. They first met in 1965 at her debutante party. Author Penny Juror, he was 25 and a rather beautiful officer in the household cavalry. She was 17. The two began dating but broke up for a period of time, and that's when Camilla started seeing the Prince. When Charles went away, like Prince Charles, Camilla had 2 children with her first spouse. Her son, Tom, was born on December 18, 1974. Prince Charles I loved eating and could just about string a sentence together, so I thought I could write about food, Tom previously said about how he chose his career. Andrew and Camilla's daughter, Laura, was born on January 1, 1978. She co-founded Read More. Check out on Facebook.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Rosie Huntington-Whiteley turns heads in a strike in Gofusha power suit as she heads out in Lodi. Published 0736 BST, April 2, 2019. Updated 1048 BST, April 2, 2019. She never fails to turn heads on an outing. And Rosie Huntington-Whiteley had all eyes on her as she stepped out in a Beverly Hills on Monday clad in a hot pink power suit. Looking a vision of beauty as always, the 31-year-old supermodel treated the pavement like her own personal runway as she sashayed down the street. Dressed to impress, Rosie Huntington-Whiteley had all eyes on her as she stepped out in Beverly Hills on Monday clad in a hot pink power suit. BCBGMAXAZRIA belted long blazer. Click here to buy. A classic suit is a sartorial two-piece everyone should have in their wardrobe, and if you're yet to invest, then take Rosie Huntington-Whiteley as inspiration. The model made the streets of LA her very own catwalk in this power suit and nude pumps. Doesn't she make it? Her tie-waist blazer and pleated trousers are by BCBGMAXAZRIA and come in a gorgeous coral shade that has got us in the mood for summer. Whether you wear this look, however, if you want to rock a suit like Rosie without splashing the cash, then check out the competition in the carousel. I saw it first. BCBGMAXAZRIA pleated ankle pant. I saw it first. Hot pink blazer and trouser suit, now reduced to £30. Parallel lines boyfriend blazer trousers coord at a sauce. Moss Copenhagen poppy suit at Zalando, now reduced to £101.23. A sauce designed suit in fluoro pink. Complementing her tanned complexion, the mother of one slipped her lithe frame into a fuchsia blazer and peg leg trousers. Ensuring she wouldn't overpower the suit, she kept the rest of her ensemble simple with a plain white t-shirt and nude patent heels. Rosie finished off the look with a pair of oversized sunglasses that she grasped in her perfectly manicured hands, whilst her glossy golden locks were left loose and tousled. Working it, looking a vision of beauty as always, the 31-year-old supermodel treated the pavement like her own personal runway as she sashayed down the street. 2 years ago, Rosie announced she was expecting her first child, and she welcomed son Jack into the world in June 2017. The Victoria's Secret angel shares Jack with fiancé Jason Statham, with the couple getting engaged in 2016 after 6 years of dating. Before having a child, the runway queen admitted she had no qualms accepting a job at a moment's notice and getting on a plane. Now as a mother, Rosie revealed the first thing that crosses her mind is whether her taking time to do the job is right for her small family unit. She told Harper's Bazaar Arabia in April last year, "The first thing in your mind before accepting a job is, what's? The new thing is getting used to having a lot of responsibilities in my personal life and career." When you have a baby, cute couple Rosie welcomed son Jack into the world in June 2017. The Victoria's Secret. The comments below have not been moderated. By posting your comment you agree to our. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. We will automatically post your comment and a link to the news story to your Facebook timeline at the same time it is posted on Mail Online. To do this, you can choose on each post whether you would like it to be posted to Facebook. Your details from published by Associated Newspapers Limited. Part of the Daily Mail, the Mail on Sunday Metro Media Group.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Fans call out major Photoshop fails in new Kardashians promo, including Khloe's missing legs and cooter. News Corp is a network of leading companies in the worlds of diversified media, news, education, and information services. Our Sweet 16. Road Kim. Can't believe Keeping Up with the Kardashians is premiering our 16th season tonight. Be sure to tune in, but fans were more concerned with what they claim to be several Photoshop fails, including one of Kourtney appearing to have 6 toes and another of 34-year-old Khloe seemingly missing her legs. Where is Khloe in X27's lower half of her body? Asked one fan, while another said, just a little question, where is the rest of Khloe in X27's body? So from the waist down? Other fans were convinced 39-year-old Kourtney has 6 toes in the image, with one commenting, what an X27's up with Kourtney and X27's left foot? While another said Kourtney has 6 toes. Kendall Jenner was the focus of hundreds of comments, with fans convinced she had been photoshopped into the image. Kendall looks like she couldn't an X27's make it, so they cropped her in. While one said she was looking like a tripped over mannequin and another claimed she was stuck onto the picture. It's an X27's not the first time the family have been accused of an editing fail. There was the time in last year when fans slammed there for the worst Photoshop ever featuring Kourtney and X27's toothpick arm. Let an X27's also not forget the time for the family Christmas card. But while fans are convinced that the Thiza snap is also a fail, we in X27's not so sure. After all, Khloe and X27's legs could definitely be covered by the silky throw, and while Kourtney and X27's toes do look a little strange, it definitely could be the angle. And when it comes to Kendall, it seems the show have confirmed she definitely sought the shoot, after releasing a promo clip which clearly shows the 23-year-old laughing and joking with her sisters. What do you think? Earlier this week, we told you we also revealed sexy photo shoots with hilarious results. And we showed you after it's revealed she spends £9K a year on non-surgical treatments. Our journalists strive for accuracy, but on occasion we make mistakes. For further details.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Prince Harry and X27. S and X27. Biggest fan in X27. Daphne Dunn died. Prince Harry's biggest fan, Australian war widow Daphne Dunn, has died just days after her 99th birthday. Ms. Dunn had been in hospital for 2 months with pneumonia, and her daughter, Michelle Haywood, confirmed her mother had passed away at the Sydney Adventist Hospital on Monday. The war widow had received a letter from Prince Harry and Meghan last week congratulating her on turning 99. Prince Harry had met Ms. Dunn on a number of occasions when he visited Australia. Most recently during the couple's first overseas tour in October last year, when the Duke of Sussex introduced the royal fan to his wife. In the heartwarming moment outside Sydney's Opera House, Prince Harry embraced the 99-year-old after spotting her in the crowd. He told her, "I was looking for you earlier and hoped you'd be here. It's so good to see." The prince went to find his wife so the pair could meet, and Ms. Dunn congratulated the couple on their baby news, telling Meghan it was just what Harry needs. Speaking after the meeting, Ms. Dunn said it was lovely to meet the Duchess, Meghan. The meeting was the third time Ms. Dunn had met the Duke, after the pair last met in 2017 on a rainy Invictus Games launch event. Prince Harry left the elderly fan a little flushed when he gave her a peck on the cheek. The 34-year-old first met the war widow in 2015 at the Sydney Opera House after he completed a deployment with the Australian Defence Force in 2015. The Duke spotted a Victoria Cross Ms. Dunn was wearing when they first met. Her first husband, Lieutenant Albert Chown, was awarded the Victoria Cross posthumously. He died aged 25 during an attack on a Japanese machine gun post in Papua New Guinea. Ms. Dunn spent her 99th birthday with her daughter, grandchildren, and nieces. The news of her death was announced in a post on her Instagram account, in which her family said she was a truly special lady who will be greatly missed by so many. Cookies help us run our services and give you a better experience. For the full detail, cookies help us run our services and make them more tasty, so you get a better experience. For the full ingredients.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Emmerdale spoilers: Rona Goskirk fights for her life after horrifying collapse at home farm. News Corp is a network of leading companies in the worlds of diversified media, news, education, and information services. She's left alone and scared after heading over to treat one of Kim Tate's horses. Rona Goskirk's life hangs in the balance again in Emmerdale next week as she shockingly collapses at home farm following her recent hysterectomy. It comes after Rona, played by in the ITV soap, and boyfriend Pete Barton have a huge argument when she takes his birthday presents the wrong way. Pete is hurt that Rona seemingly thinks so little of him and gives Rona some home truths. She's left feeling regretful and realizes that she's crossed a line with Pete this time. What does this mean? Later, Kim Tate Claire King arrives at the vet surgery in a distressed state and begs for help as one of her horses has fallen ill. Rona is unable to say no to a sick animal and heads to the stables with a worried Kim. When she gets there, starts to feel unwell herself, but she's pushed on by a sense of duty to treat the horse. Elsewhere, Pete Anthony Quinlan is busy setting up a romantic dinner for two, hoping that they can end Rona's birthday in the right way. But back at the farm, Rona has collapsed with sudden abdominal pain. She's alone, and Emmerdale fans know that Rona recently underwent surgery to remove her uterus after a scan showed she had growths on it. Since then Rona broke down in tears when her ex-husband Paddy Kirk revealed he was expecting a baby with his partner Chaz Dingle. Got a story? Email or call us direct on 02077824220. We pay for videos too. Click to upload. Our journalists strive for accuracy, but on occasion we make mistakes. For further details,
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Prince Andrew sparks speculation he is back in public relationship with Sarah Ferguson after Bahrain. The Duke of York and his ex-wife Sarah, Duchess of York, have inspired speculation they are to officially resume their public relationship after she joined him at the end of a working visit to Bahrain. The Duchess, who has increasingly shared details of York family life on her Instagram account in recent months, stayed as a guest of the Crown Prince of Bahrain as the Duke's partner, it has been reported. The pair have long emphasized their friendly relationship as co-parents to Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, and have used recent family events including their daughter's royal wedding to put on a show of solidarity. On Friday, the Duchess, Princess Beatrice, and her boyfriend, joined the Duke in Bahrain to stay at the luxurious Ritz-Carlton Hotel as a guest of the Crown Prince of Bahrain. The Duke had been in the country for a working visit, undertaking engagements about his initiative pitch at Palace and having dinner with the King. He is now known to have stayed on for several days in a private capacity, joined by his ex-wife and daughter for activities including a VIP day at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Members of the royal family have conventionally avoided adding holidays onto the end of working or official trips, guided by the principle that working visits should not be combined with personal travel, in part because of the confusing message it sends to the British taxpayer. This weekend, the Duchess shared 2 photographs of the Bahrain trip, saying it was such a joy to be invited to the Grand Prix and using the hashtag #FamilyTime. The open nature of the trip immediately led to claims, reported on ITV News, that the couple are officially back together, resuming a public relationship despite the rumored sustained disapproval of royal family members including the Duke of Edinburgh. Both royal sources and an official spokesman for the Duchess of York denied the claims, with the latter saying in a statement the Duke and Duchess remain good friends as they have been for many years, and nothing has changed. The Yorks, who divorced in 1996, share a home at Royal Lodge and a ski chalet in Verbier, with royal watchers long predicting they will one day remarry. A. Telegraph Media Group Limited 2019. We rely on advertising to help fund our award-winning journalism. We urge you to turn off your ad blocker for the Telegraph website so that you can continue to access our quality content in the future. Thank you for your support.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
Louise Redknapp felt like a failure after divorce from Jamie. Metro News. 135.6M shares. Louise Redknapp is killing it at the moment. She's playing her, she's and, impressively, is. But the former Eternal, speaking to, Louise admitted that she felt like a failure after her divorce and said Jamie's parents' relationship was a lot to live up to for 21 years, I was in a secure marriage. You know, Through, the pop star also spoke about how she blames herself for not speaking up about wanting to jump back into work. I don't blame Jamie. I wish, but actually, in the past 6 months, I've thought, you know what, it was down to me to say something's not right. I just didn't speak up. I don't blame any. Jamie's dad, Harry Redknapp, recently revealed. I was sad when it all went wrong. I really was. Louise says she has to thank for giving her the confidence to finally go after her goals. Strictly I switched a light back on. I just didn't think it would ever happen for me. I am pleased I did. The singer was runner-up in the dancing competition in 2016, narrowly losing out on the top spot to fellow contestant Oruba. Rumors of the follow. Louise Redknapp confirms comeback as she announces first single in 16 years. Harry Redknapp still loves son Jamie's ex-wife Louise. I was sad when it went wrong. Strictly's Kevin Clifton denies ever having a fling with Louise Redknapp and Stacey Dooley. In the interview, Louise also addressed her love for partying following the split from her husband of 21 years, admitting she had kept herself tame throughout their marriage. I did go out more than I'd ever gone out. I'd found a bit. I guess I'd always been such a perfectly well-behaved pop star, and then I got married, had children, and kept myself away from playing the game. If the sexy video for Louise's new music video for Stretch is anything to go by, that perfectly well-behaved pop star is long gone, and it looks like the pop star is better for it. Louise Redknapp's album Heavy Love is due for release on October 18th. If you've got a story, video, or pictures, get in touch with the metro.co.uk entertainment team by emailing us, calling 020-3615-2145 or by visiting Would Love to Hear From You. Lentidity code excerpt. Share your results.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Eurovision equipment inspections delayed by Israeli P0LICE. The Times of Israel. The funds that the government had agreed to provide for security did not reach police by Sunday, prompting Monday's halt in security procedures, Hebrew language media reported. In a letter to Communications Minister Ayub Kara, Eldad Koblenz, head of the Kin public broadcaster, warned that the delay hurt Israel's public image and was costing the country some NIS $500,000, $138,000 a day, a sum that continues to grow. At present, there are 2 foreign companies that have manpower and equipment at the site, and we have now delayed their work by 24 hours, Koblenz said. He added that the other financial costs include container waiting fees and labor. Personnel costs. The delay also caused the cancellation of a day of rehearsals and some contracts with photographers. A video of the Eurovision site showed a cavernous, empty hall full of construction cranes, curtains and little else. Eurovision will be held this year in Tel Aviv because Israeli Netta Barzilai won last year's contest for her song Toy. Israel's preparation for Eurovision has hit many snags, from scalpers selling fake tickets to an early demand from the Culture Ministry that the event be held in Jerusalem. Eurovision is expected to draw tens of thousands of people and massive media attention to Israel.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.
Chris Evans reveals he enjoyed boozy birthday weekend with wife Natasha Shishmanyan as she finishes. News Corp is a network of leading companies in the worlds of diversified media, news, education, and information services. The 53-year-old, who is celebrating his birthday today on April Fool's Day, said his wife still gets asked for ID despite being 38. Chris Evans has revealed he enjoyed a boozy birthday weekend with wife Natasha Shishmanyan after she finished breastfeeding their twins Walt and Boo. The Virgin Radio presenter told viewers he and X27D celebrated his 53rd birthday today by going out to the pub with his wife. The couple welcomed their babies in September last year. Hasn and X27D had a drop of alcohol as she continues to breastfeed their children. But this morning, Chris said the twins were no longer depending on Natasha and X27D's milk. About the raucous night out, Chris joked Mrs. Evans doing, "Not mine, for once. Now the babies are off the boob, she's back at the bar." He even revealed Natasha still gets asked for her ID, despite being 38. As well as the twins, who are affectionately nicknamed Ping and Pong. Chris and Natasha are also parents to 10-year-old Noah and 6-year-old Eli. Chris also has daughter Jade, 33, from a previous relationship. Natasha, who underwent IVF for one last hurrah in September. The 38-year-old is a professional golfer who met Chris when they became partners in Sky One and X27's All-Star Cup Celebrity Tournament. In the same month, husband and after almost 2 decades away from the brand. He added, "So much has changed in broadcasting since I was last at Virgin Radio that now, thanks to Sky, we can do the show without ad breaks." Every day, he welcomes high-profile celebrities to the news building, where his show airs from 6:30 am to 10 am. "Our journalists strive for accuracy, but on occasion we make mistakes." For further details,
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
The Voice UK poll. Finalists reveal / Has its finalists. Who are you backing to win? Saturday night saw the top 4 contestants decided for the live final this weekend. Ollie Muzz, Will.I.am and Jennifer Hudson went into the semi-final with 2 acts each following the knockouts, while Sir had 3. In the semi-final, each act performed live for the first time before viewers voted for their favorites. The 5 acts with now 4 contestants remain, but who do you want to win The Voice UK? Vote in our poll. Those in The Voice UK final for are 23-year-old from Liverpool and wildcard Betsy Anna Williams, a 29-year-old musician from Bury. Joining them from Team Ollie are a 23-year-old singer from Sussex, and 18-year-old Molly Hawking from St Ives in Cornwall. Team JHUD and Team Will both go into the final with no acts after they were all eliminated in the semi-final. The Voice UK continues next Saturday on ITV with the final live show of the series. Based on past years, the top 4 acts will each be singing up to 3 times, starting with a solo song and a duet with their mentor. The top 2 will then reprise their song of the series. There will also be a special group performance from the coaches. Then it'll be over to the viewers to vote for their favorite, before host Emma Willis reveals the winner. Currently, bookies make Molly the one to beat. Molly. The Voice UK's live final airs from 8:40 p.m. on Saturday, April 6th, with the results airing the same night. By clicking subscribe you consent to your email being stored and processed in accordance with our 2009-2019. All rights reserved.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.
The Voice UK 2019 finalists meet the 4 final contestants. The Voice UK 2019 Telemix. / Hoosan live shows. The finalists of January saw The Voice UK's new series begin as the coaches build up their 4 teams. Ollie Muz. The battles then followed as the coaches cut their teams in half with a series of head-to-head musical duets that only one act could win. However, the Steels were back, giving each coach the ability to pick up an extra acts that their rivals sent home, pinching them for their own teams in the knockouts. In the knockouts, the then remaining 6 acts in each team became 2 for the live shows, where the public got their say for the first time. Last weekend saw the live semi-final where the 4 finalists were confirmed. They go forward to see The Voice UK teams as things stand below. 23-year-old from Liverpool. Social media. Blind audition song Back to Black by Amy Winehouse. Blind audition coach turns Ollie Muz, Sir Tom Jones, Will.I.am battle opponent Peter Donegan. Battle song Make You Feel My Love by Bob Dylan / Outcome Deanna won the battle. Knockout song Dusk Till Dawn by Zayn Foot. SIA. Beth Deanna Williams 29-year-old from Barry. Social media. Blind audition song Cry to Me by Solomon Burke. Blind audition coach turns Jennifer Hudson battle opponent Moya. Battle song Never Tear Us Apart by INXS. Outcome Beth Deanna lost the battle. She was stolen from 23-year-old from Sussex. Social media. Blind audition song Higher Love by Steve Winwood. Blind audition coach turns Jennifer Hudson, Sir Tom Jones battle opponent Roger Samuels. Battle song Let It Be by Outcome Jimmy lost the battle. He was stolen from Molly Hawking 18-year-old from Cornwall. Social media. Blind audition song You Take My Breath Away by Eva Cassidy. Blind audition coach turns Ollie Muz, Jennifer Hudson, Sir Tom Jones battle opponent Connie Lamb. Battle song With You from Ghost the musical. Outcome Molly Hawking won the battle. Knockout song Human by Christina Perri. Team Jennifer and team will have no acts in the live final. The Voice UK concludes this Saturday on ITV with the final show as the remaining contestants sing live for the last time. They'll perform a new solo song plus a duet with their mentors. Viewers will then vote for their favorite, who will win a record deal with Polydor Records. By clicking subscribe you consent to your email being stored and processed in accordance with our 2009-2019. All rights reserved.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.